And we are back, ladies, gentlemen, and MBs, for the start of our NECC Championship here at Valorant. I'm your host, Diadem. I'm here with my co-host,
CQ9, and we are super excited right now.
Extremely excited.
NECC Championships.
Yep.
This has been, the Valor team has had such a turnaround here. They've had such a great season. Oh man, what even is their record now? They've had such a good season.
Yeah, it's all I know is that it's electric, right? At the end of the day, Valorant has gone from 0 to hero, right? And as we move into the series, right, taking a look at our maps, we're going to be playing Southern Nazarene, going for this NECC Championship, starting off on Split, starting off on a map that, you know, Valpo knows very well. So if we transition over to the game, actually, we're going to take a look at our champs, you know, also peek at our rosters. We have Ninja Panda, Phoenix, Moto, Gamer Films, and Ghost Voices. And then for the side of Southern Nazarene, we have iBandwagon, One-Eyed Willie, Jelly, Oak Assassin, and Sook. So, honestly, extremely excited. We've seen this roster have a lot of success this season. I know I'm dominating a lot because, quite frankly, the excitement is really overflowing right now. I'm so ready to go.
Absolutely. Okay, so we see the Asians locked in here, and on the side of Valpo, they actually don't have a duelist locked in. They have they're running double Initiator, double Sentinel, with Brimstone being the sole smokes. So they actually will not have a duelist on this roster.
Honestly, you know what the scariest part is? I kind of mess with it. I think Valpo has had a really strong few games, especially when we consider that they have been running, you know, single duelist, zero duelist, and especially when they run these Sage comps where they have other Sentinels to set up with Sage, it just allows Ninja Panda, who's been using Wall very aggressively, to be more aggressive. So exactly. I feel like if we continue to use that, you know, it's exciting as we can be.
Yeah, I mean, having that other Sentinel there, especially one being like Cypher, a Sentinel that's able to lock down the site really well by himself, you enable your Sage to be able to kind of do that almost like a flex roll a little bit.
Yeah.
You are still working on like you are still working as a Sentinel, but you kind of are able to do things a bit more like
I can't miss.
No, I mean, like you said, you just open up a lot of flexibility to be able to do this, but it looks like Valpo is still getting peeked off over the mid by that chamber, right? You have a good setup, so now Valpo going into this with a 4v5, you do have the KJ set up pretty close here on the close up. You're going to drop the wall instantly. KJ dropping in and Jelly peeking out from the top. Going to be able to pick off 3. Oh my goodness. Valpo just walking into a meat grinder right there on the side. The slowdown from KJ and then Waylay being able to pick that off. Jelly does fly in, at least gets picked, but iBandwagon going to be able to finish that off. Valpo just not being able to trade out against Jelly there, and that's going to be first round going over the Southern Nazarene.
Yeah, they were ready for that B push there. Like that B choke getting onto site out of B main is so difficult to make it through that choke, especially against things like your Sentinels, KJ, and Cypher, or not Cypher, Chamber that they have. Going to be able to lock down those longer sight lines really well.
Yeah, I mean, quite frankly, the big issue that we have is that, you know, not having a duelist starting off on attack. Now you just have to try and figure out a way to go in. Jelly instantly tags it right there, and the smokes are going to go out over A. Southern Nazarene knows that Valpo is fully committing to this spot now as Ninja Panda instantly on site, using the combat stand to speed up a little bit. Here comes the wall as well to be able to try and block off. Valpo completely setting up over this and just, you know, putting all their chips in this basket. And instantly, Ninja Panda, we see right here, we talked about this a little bit before the match, using aggressive walls is a big part of their combat. But Jelly with the top peak going to be able to get that there. And then the gun advantage winning out for Sook. Moto not going to be able to finish that off. Ninja Panda at least trading. It's going to be a 3v4 on this site, but Jelly picks off 2, having an electric start to this round. Ghost Voices at least going to trade this, but One-Eyed Willie being able to get around the corner. It's going to be a 3v1. Ghost Voices goes out with 1, but it's not enough. 2 people left. Southern Nazarene with the defuse in this second round, and it's going to push them to a bonus and put Valpo on a bye.
Yeah, I mean, they were able to get on site so quickly, but without that duelist like really claim that space,
Teleport's ready.
then they weren't able to really keep it. That aggressive wall was able to give them some off angles and then mess with the crosshair placement, right? Like we saw them get some good picks off of that wall, but it wasn't able to keep that presence on site. Even with the double sentinel, you kind of expect that to be able to lock that down a little bit more, but you know, Sage doesn't have that same kind of like info gathering util. It's more of the stalling and positional util. So that aggressive wall did do wonders there, but not quite enough to keep the site.
Hey, I will say, Ninja Panda having the Guardian is a, this is a classic, right? You know, we joked about Artie Party with the, excuse me. Oh my goodness. Artie Party with the Stinger. There we go. Ninja Panda with the Guardian is pretty much the same effect, but we're gonna have a flash out right there. Oak Assassin not gonna be able to get this peek, and Valpo is at least gonna be able to walk up. You do have the combat sim, but you are smoked out now. Breach is using everything they can to try and delay. You do catch 2 over ropes here. So Valpo is just grouped up 4v1 here. They have to figure out some kind of way in, and right, you don't have a duelist with a dash or really anything, so you gotta walk in as 4 together, and you're gonna see them enter right now.
But I like the adaptation from last round, right? Because when they got onto site they got onto site so freely, but because they didn't have control of height, it was so difficult for them to hold this site. Now this time they rush in by flushing out the high ground.
Yeah, you see one backside as well. Ghost Voices with the first pick. Gamer Films being able to finish off with Ninja Panda and get this plant down. So you're actually fighting at an advantage here. Oak Assassin at least going to trade it out a little bit. So you have 4 set up on site with Cypher on cam to watch back. You do hear 1 in back. So you know that there's 1 split around the corner. You do have the flash out. Not going to be able to get any intel from that. It doesn't tag anything, but Phoenix holding the window is going to pick that off. Yeah, you know it's coming. You have to walk right there. Bandwagon's actually going to get the first pick, and now Valpo's in a really rough spot because One Eye Willie's just going to pitch Ninja Panda. It is a 2v1 on the site. Cypher pops the trap right there. Now you can walk up a little bit. You're going to be able to play through the smoke. You have the spray. It's going to be able to tag, but Phoenix peeks out, gets the second kill right there, and winning Valpo's first round, especially on a buy round right there, is huge for their economy.
Winning the bonus round is huge there. It gives them a little bit more advantage, and we saw the adaptation go through. They got control of the high ground even without the duelist. We see the round by round adaptation here from Valpo. That's what won them that round.
Yep. No, I mean, like you said, switching it up right there, giving themselves a different angle. What I'm excited for now is, now that you've pressured A, now that you've shown that you can win on A, I'm wondering how they're going to attack this B site, because it looks like they are posturing over to it. I really am worried about the early pick over mid. I do like the change that they're making. Gamer Films being able to cam it out, because instantly Jelly dashes up to the right. Ghost Voices gonna be able to take that out. Jelly gonna be forced to just recall back. So you got the intel that you wanted. If you're Southern Nazarene, right, you know where they're posturing. So you're gonna see instantly right there, Breach taking a long angle over B site, and Valpo having to just slow walk up mid here. You're going to be playing into smokes. You do have a long peak, but there is nobody in that deep corner now. They're going to smoke that off. And Southern Nazarene kind of posturing around this middle, having the Breach hold it from pretty close on this angle. Still do have 3 down to the side. You get the shot out. You know that, you know you have 1 over the side. Oh, Phoenix just misses the flick. Jelly going to be able to win out that gunfight now. And this is the rotation that they wanted. Oak Assassin with the second kill, and Valpo just taking it a little too slow here and not winning out those gunfights. Here comes the smoke. Sook immediately popping it. You do have 2 around the side. Sook going to be able to find 1, but Moto at least trades it out. Here comes the flash. He does flash Ninja Panda though, so you have 1 up top. Moto winning another shot right there, just winning with the Spectre. Going to be able to pick up the Phantom, but is going to be the last one alive. It's a 1v3 on this B site.
This B site execute has been so difficult for them because they have to kind of contest that chamber on high ground with that long range right down mid. Gonna be controlling a lot of that space.
Oh, I see it. Moto with a 4K, almost to clutch that out.
Hey, I mean, going from 3v1 to 1v1, those are huge swings right there. So no matter what, they did do quite well with that challenge there.
Ooh, and honestly, okay, I did not tell anybody that I was missing D&D because this was a spur-of-the-moment decision here. I apologize. This is the championship. I didn't know the championship was today. That's on me. That's on me, Vector. My fault. But anyways, more things to focus out here because Valpo is 3-1 right now. Ninja Panda looking to peek this over mid. I feel like we just have not won a peek over mid yet. And I mean, you have Chamber, one of the strongest just like line of sight holders in like the game when we talk agent wise.
You see the Waylay ult actually come in on A main, not actually hitting anyone because Valpo is all down see.
Smoke's down.
Yeah, Jelly has been really aggressive with it, and it's paid out for the most part, so I don't blame them for taking that, but, oh, that's gonna be just a bad trade for Valpo. You at least get the Cypher ult out, so there's the peek, but the flash right there is going to be able to catch it. One-Eyed Willie gets the trade off, and now you're just left alone planting. Gamer Films at least gonna be able to cover out a little bit, so it is gonna be a 2v3 on this site. Valpo is set up here. They both have to watch ropes, and immediately right there, One-Eyed Assassin gonna peek it out. Gamer Films still holding it, so you're in an aggressive spot. 3 are gonna drop down right there, not gonna be able to tag anybody. The cage is trapped. Gonna see if Southern Nazarene wants to peek it through. There is a little bit of a gap, so they actually saw Gamer Films peek to that left, so they know they can take that right side now.
Here's the problem now. They have Waylay between them and the spike.
Oh, and he swings it right there. Moto wins the double. It's gonna stop it. You actually have the flash out right there. You have to peek it now. It's gonna pull Killj off. You do have to peek, and Moto almost gets that one. Gonna have to play the second one right there. Yeah, you know they're there. You have to peek it.
Nice job.
Defenders won. KJ got it.
KJ got the defuse.
KJ got the defuse. He just didn't peek it fast enough. He got the 4K, but it wasn't enough. Southern Nazarene with the clutch right there is actually going to destroy them.
It played it right, but just tiny bit too slow on that final swing there. It was trying to play safe just a little bit too much.
Yeah, that's rough. That one hurts.
Yeah, that's a rough round to lose, especially because you invested that breach ult, and like realistically, you have that one in the bag, but just not quite on the execution there.
Yeah, I mean, you're just forced back. Ninja Panda coming up around the left side here.
They're definitely Sage making some noise on B side, trying to draw some rotations, but Nazarene not quite falling for it. Is going to keep their position steady as they try to make some noise, try to distract, but not quite, as they slowly creep up this A main. You see this Sage slowly rotating through mid here, but not able to get around this Chamber, who is mid ult.
I don't agree with sending Ninja Panda on the flank here with ulta. I feel like Sage doesn't have enough util to be able to bait a rotation. As you see, Southern Nazarene just doesn't fall for it, and now you don't have anybody to res here. So Ninja Panda dies on the background, and 3 are 4 are dead, and quite frankly, this is a complete wipe. Phoenix just has to peek out and die here. A flawless round with the Chamber ult, and they were able to save out the rest. I feel like you just chose a little bit not, excuse me, you chose just a bad person to try and flex that. But yeah, we're gonna have a timeout kicked in for Valpo. I like this. Right, we're going to 5-1 here. So I think Valpo, quite frankly, you know, just take a breath, right? A couple of changes, a couple of fixes that you need to make.
Yeah, absolutely.
Forward.
I mean, like, it's the championship. You're going to be stressed. You're going to be nervous. Make sure you take that time, breathe. Like, make sure you're just in the right headspace to keep this game going.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, like,
plus, your comp is no duelist. Right?
Exactly.
Like, you're running a comp that is already pretty hard to.
It's unorthodox, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's not what you're going to be used to. So running this different comp, like, it's workable, right? We've already won 1 round. You had a second one that realistically should have been in the bag. So that's already 2 rounds that you've proven is doable, right? Like, and now you have more ults. Your ult economy is pretty good right now. Like, you have more ults in the bag right now, and especially stuff like Brim and Sage ults can be really strong. Brim really strong in the post plant, and you are on the attacker side.
Yes.
So that's the round. That's the side where Brim ult is the strongest. So hopefully they'll be able to make some good use of it here to see if they can. You just have to see if they can get the spike down.
Yeah.
Is realistically the big part here with that Brim ult online.
Yeah, your post plant's really strong. Just gotta get onto site here, and Southern Nazarene's doing a great job at just winning out gunfights to, you know, stop them from pushing in. So
I mean, here's the thing too, right? Like, you know, we have this Brim ult, but they do have KJ ult. With the added benefit of Split is generally pretty defender-sided.
There it is, yeah, the recall right there.
The
from
instant
Waylay.
recall from the Waylay. She got her info, right? Like, she did her job. She saw where they are. We see the instant rotation from the Chamber on the mini-map going through attackers' spawn. Hopefully, the Chamber's got enough util to cover that.
It's a nice stun by Breach right there, being able to slow down a little bit. I don't know if you got the util that you wanted, though, because Breach is still at ropes on the on the rotation here. Now they have Ninja Panda still on the flank here. Shots around the corner, no spray through the smoke. It's going to be able to get anybody. Ghost Voice is popping the stim here, be able to rotate. I don't think anybody is on long flank though yet. Southern Nazarene hasn't shown that they hard rotate, right? So I feel like watching this too long, you're taking a lot of time out of this that you could be using to enter. But Ninja Panda dropping the wall right there, going to be able to peek around for the Breach, but Breach saw the wall, so you know where the peek is already coming from. Gonna have to just peek around the left, and yeah, there's the deep rotation right there. You just had a lot of time on the board, and Oaktassin was able to capitalize on it.
Nazarene hasn't done that yet. They hadn't shown that they were willing to make those kinds of rotations, and that, I mean, it paid off, right? Like, they hadn't shown that card, they hadn't showed that trick yet. Now, going into a even matchup, like, they are both down to one player, 4v4.
Yeah,
hey, gets the trade, gets the even trade.
Here.
2 shots right there. You're gonna be able to get the plant down, but you don't have a Brimstone ult for this, right?
Yeah, there's no Brim ult now. You do have Sage ult though. It's just Sage is trying to challenge this chamber.
Yeah, chamber doesn't know though. I mean, if Ninja Panda wants to peek this out, yeah, I think this is great timing coming out of Ninja Panda there.
Oh,
that was huge.
Here comes the KJ ult.
Nice.
It doesn't cover the back cubby though.
That's actually huge. They had to just take a chance and being able to drop it there, but Ninja Panda and Gamer Films are both in a good spot. Here comes the tap. It's going to be a 1v2. Bandwagon makes it a 1v1. Ninja Panda had his knife out and wasn't peeking it off the side. Tried to just sneak through the corner, and Bandwagon with the 3K and the clutch defuse right there to save that round for Southern Nazarene.
My genius doesn't stop in the lab.
Oh man, that was a rough round, especially because of the players that went down, right, were generally the ones that had ult.
Yep.
You're able to get the plant down at the cost of some key util. Needing just your sentinels to hold that, not quite able to get it, almost, but not quite. Able to get the peek into the cubby, able to see the Cypher before the Sage could get that crossfire live.
Yeah.
Right, like that was really the determining factor there.
It happens though. I mean, you just gotta shake off the rust a little bit. Obviously, here comes the Waylay peek right there. Not gonna recall it this time. Actually staying on box and will die for it. Ghost Voices with the peek, being able to save out Ninja Panda there. And now, obviously, you're on kind of a partial buy, right? So any kind of kills that you can pick off this is huge. Waylay dropping up top though, not gonna be able to get that gun. I don't think anybody on Valpo's team currently has the vertical mobility to be able to get that, but Ghost Voice is gonna peek up to the top. Spraying through the smoke there at the spots that you think it is. Here comes the wall as well out of Ninja Panda, but it's gonna break because it's just not in the right spot. So he's actually not gonna get the use out of the top peak, but all of Valpo is right there. And here comes the Cypher ult. Yeah, Game of Thrones gonna be able to get that. This is his second Cypher ult of this round, so it's actually pretty huge. He's been just farming these orbs and getting those kills that he needs to. So they have the util that they need. I'm wondering how Valpo wants to move through this, and it looks like they're just gonna hard push the util straight through this middle right there. It's gonna force Breach to back up. Just wait for the util to go. 2 are gonna sneak through ropes here. 1 is coming from backside. Oaktassin is holding that. You have to pop to the right. Oaktassin not shooting yet. He's holding it, and he's gonna be able to pick off 1. Moto does die there. Gonna at least give it away a little bit. Gamer Films with the peak, or excuse me, with the plant on point here. Ooh. I mean, there's 2 on ropes. Gonna have to try and peek this Oaktassin with the second one right there. Still holding his same spot. You're gonna get blinded off Gamer Film, so you don't have a peek right there. Oaktassin does TP back after taking a little bit of damage, but Phoenix and Ghost Voices with the 2. Ghost Voices with a 3K here, and all that's left is Oaktassin in this same spot right here. You had the jump peek. You see the spot. Ghost Voice is still full health, but Oaktassin both on a 3K right here. Yep, you have the ult. Good. I like dropping the ult early here. You can't rush, you can't risk Oaktassin peeking you, but it's just going to be a little bit too far. You got a little too aggressive. I mean, with the timing, it is going to win you out that round, though. So this is a huge swing for Valpo.
It came at the cost of the Brimstone's life, but like that's what the Brim ult is meant to do, right? To secure the round, and that's important here. That was a key piece, and the Brimstone ult was going to be really impactful, and it did its job. And now you've already got your Breach ult back online by the time you use your Brimstone ult. Then you got this rotation up, right? Like now you have another really strong post plant ult. Hopefully these double initiator is going to be able to help you get onto site, because we've seen them struggle getting onto this B site, and it looks like they're going to pressure it again. Sending their Cypher now on the flank. I think I like this a little bit more than sending their Sage.
Yes. Yeah, very much so. Cypher has so much better util to cover flank and actually like get use out of it, right? To be in range, and your Sage just needs to be with your team, like especially when you're popping aggressive walls and taking off angles, like to mix up. You need that kind of information right with your team that is also swinging. So 2 pop right there, gonna be able to get the damage out on Oaktassin before he gets the TP back. He is going to try and re-peek this here, but a nice molly is actually going to push him off. So now's the time to peek that left. Yeah, you know he's not walking through. There's immediately the breach is going to be able to hit, and they have to worry about Okasasa now coming back from their behind. You do have Ghost Voices at least peeking it, so not in a bad spot. Breach is holding closer on site than normal instead of this back stairs. Jelly's actually going to be there, but Gamer Film for the first kill. This is a nice hinder. Yeah, there's the dasher from Waylay. Going to be able to get that. There's the util that you need. You have to peek this close, right? You do see it and get the peek out on Breach. One Eye Willie dropping down there, and the wall's going to be able to cut off that rotation we saw One Eye Assassin win from last time. So Valpo, with the adjustments that they're making onto the site, and this is best case scenario for them, 5v3 with the plant coming down 30 seconds.
And, I mean, they've got the Sage ult and Breach ult here. And the Waylay's coming up from up top. They know he's there. Does get a pick, but I mean, it is a 1v4. Gonna need to get 5 or 4 more of those.
Just hold close.
Absolutely. There's no need to rush that. And didn't rush it, kept it nice and clean.
That is the roughest part right there. Is you already saw Waylay. Yeah, you already saw Waylay use all of her util, right? Like they can't dash out anymore. The moment that they're at ropes, they don't have time to rotate back around. You just walk up like Ghost Voices did, and you just hold that angle right there. You challenge it at an angle that's much easier for you.
Especially when you have that man advantage, right? Like, you know Waylay has used all of her util. You have 4 man versus 1. You have all the advantages. You just gotta let that advantages ride into the end of that point.
Yep. So now, I mean, Valpo going back to it. Could be 4 peeking right there. Gamer Films on the flank again.
See the Sky Dog come in, or just leading with a bird instead?
Didn't see anybody because the smoke right there is actually going to blind it out. You do have the KJ trap in between the smoke, so the moment that drops, that's going to be your first tag, and I think Jelly's going to be able to play off that, just holding close here. Valpo, again, being very patient with it, using the Ninja Pennant, and there's the KJ trap. That's why you put it there. It's able to just give you an angle that you want to see, right, without having to peek that, because you know that Valpo's been stacking a lot of their pushes. They really aren't sending 1 or 2 people on these like early aggressive flanks because you don't have any duelists. You need to stick that, but Ghost Voice is the first shot right there. Phoenix.
I mean, who needs duelists when they get picks right off the bat? These double initiators clearing out the space. And in comes the Brim Breach of the Stim Beacon. They are just clearing this space, running it down. They're the duelists now.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Being able to just walk in right there and check angles. I feel like a lot of the earlier games in the season, we saw Valpo not checking these close angles, and now they are swinging and they are going crazy. You love to see it, but now Phoenix holding this backside. Valpo's kind of got all the setup that they need. You have the Cypher holding this, or excuse me, you have Cypher, Trip, and Cam on very far flank. You have Ninja Panda holding long. You have one up close right there, and you have Ghost Voices playing close as well.
And there's the trip.
There it is.
You saw the Omen actually contemplating ulting there to try to avoid the trip, but realizing it's a 5v1 that he does not want this fight anymore.
Yep.
It's not one that he's going to be able to win.
Gotta be careful if you're Ninja Panda here peeking this. Yeah, you're gonna have an immediate tap right there. You just need to be able to walk with 2. I feel like I like the idea of going aggressively after this, but you really gotta...
If you're gonna be aggressive there, you gotta try to have someone to trade you, because now you've given the Omen a gun, right? Like, he only had the Sheriff, but he got the head tap. Now he has a Phantom. He's able to keep that econ up and not have to buy it for himself.
Yeah, no. I mean, now you're peeking out left side.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of econ, if you look up top, that ultimate economy is looking real in the favor of Nazarene here. Having 4 online versus only the 2. We've had the Sage ult online for a while. Haven't needed it. It's been such decisive fights. It's either been decisive win or decisive loss. Surely gonna want to look for a chance to use that soon. Have time to build another one.
Yeah, we're gonna see how they want to peek this out. Waylay's probably going to do this early dash in again. Actually, this time they're holding both close. They're giving a switch up. I like this from Southern Nazarene. They've been holding the same angles for the last like 3 rounds, and Valpo has taken advantage of that. So now they're both close. They're both getting really aggressive. This smoke's about to drop, and we're about to see Oak Assassin on first peek. Ghost Voices is going to have the first contact angle. Here comes the dog right there. Going to be able to find one. They don't see the right though. Ghost Voices wins out the shot, but you still have 2 to the left in the Waylay. Oh, it's going to be huge. It hits all of Valpo here. Jelly with 2 kills before dropping the Gamer Films. And it's actually not as big of a trade because the Sage ult is going to be huge. The wall off as well is a safe res, and now you're fighting a 4v2. Valpo, really nice disengage, being able to win that against all odds, all of them being slowed down. Gamerfilm's hitting there, and that's actually great shutdown from Valpo. Really, really nice walking out, and now you know that the one is right there off the left side, right? You have a free setup on A, and Omen is in the exact same spot as they were before, which was, how do I challenge this?
Exactly. Like, how are you going to try to retake this when they have 2 Sentinels, 2 Initiators here? They're going to be able to claim that space, any space that you try to push in. They got 2 Initiators to try to claim that space. You try to push into them, they got 2 Sentinels to stop you. Yeah. These are the roles that you want in these positions here. The only one you're missing is your Brim Smoke. Yeah. And that already got a fair trade here. You're 1 for 4. That's a trade you're willing to trade those smokes for.
No, exactly. You cannot ask for better util use right now out of Valpo because they are just making it happen. Putting together 4 rounds in a row here, bringing us 6-5. And 1 round before our swap, and we might start out with an even match here with Valpo, who has an extremely defensive comp. So,
absolutely.
Quite frankly, even if you don't win this round, you are in best case scenario going into the second half.
I mean, Split is pretty known for being defender-sided. I mean, you can tell by both teams opting for the double Sentinel.
Yep.
And so, you can see Valpo actually, you can see the difference between the first couple rounds and these rounds. They've gotten used to this team comp. They understand now that, like, they know how to play without a duelist. They've understood how to take their space. And now they're trying to see where did that Omen TP to. Does threaten a lot of options. He could be literally anywhere.
Yeah. I do like that their first thought is ropes because obviously, you know, that we can see it, but that is where Omen TP'd. Omen
absolutely.
is holding a different angle though, so you're not going to run it. But like you said, Valpo has adjusted to playing these no duelist comps so well because their whole idea is that unlike a lot of teams, they don't bank on...
no.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay, Omen TP makes it out, and there's the flash out. They have to go get this spike. So you can't get this, but they're gonna spray out into the blind. Both are blinded right there. It's just Moto's just looking for anything. Honestly, I like it. But yeah, here comes the peak. Oh, really rough spot. You can't be pulling out util right there off the peak. And Sook with a 4K off rip off the TP angle here, and all that's left is Ninja Panda. Yep, blow the ult right now. Just gonna wall yourself in the corner, Ninja Panda. I like it. You do have some to peek out here, but yeah, they see you, man. There's not much here.
Yeah, there's not much you're going to be able to do to win this fight.
Get us one. There we go. No ace. No ace.
Hey, there's the first one.
That's a mental win right there. But the
exactly.
Flash, yeah.
Denying the ace is important.
Yeah, no. I mean, hey, you can't ask for more out of your Omen ult right there, right? Just being able to peek that. I think Valpo just got a little too aggressive walking down, right? They can obviously hear you. So the moment that you're pulling out util right there, he's not ready to shoot. It's just shut down. But now, second half, switching it up a little bit. Valpo, although, you know, obviously, Southern Nazarene does have a duelist, so they do have an offensive comp, right? They do have something
especially
that
a dash-in duelist.
Yes, yeah. Somebody that has, you know, a lot of speed and a lot of ways to catch you off guard.
But you know who's really good against those dash duelists? Generally, Cypher.
Yeah, generally.
So being able to have that as an option here. We're actually gonna see him not opt for any like one-way setups. I do dabble in Cypher, but like I know there's a setup on B that you can do to get some one-way lineups. We're gonna see the waylay dash in, not actually going for height, going with the shorty.
There it is. You see it and you know the angle, but I bandwagon. A nice timing right there, swinging off Jelly's peak, and now it's gonna be a 4v5 on this point. And Southern Nazarene is already peeking, or excuse me, already planting this. I bandwagon. Tagging another one. He's kind of dominated these pistol rounds, quite frankly.
Oh, we see the shorty.
Oh yeah, that is a close angle that Ninja Panda cannot peek right now. One-eyed Oily with the second shot right there. Oak Assassin with the third. And Southern Nazarene is just dominating this pistol round right now, as it's going to be a 2v5 coming up here. Phoenix holding the heel over the long peak, and then One-eyed Oily with a nice tap right
one
there.
At least, but not able to get the rest. I mean, when you get those double swings, right? Like it's such a man disadvantage. It's real hard to win those ones.
Yeah, no, you can't really handle it because they've just had a lock on these pistol rounds. I feel you know, gotta give them credit where it is. They have just been shutting down Valpo's kind of defense here. So gonna see how they want to swap it up. Obviously, you know, Valpo had a slower start than normal, but the issue is that you can't really give them 6 rounds now. Right? Just the moment that they get close to that match point and you're starting to get those ults, you know, combined on you, it's too late.
Yeah, and especially with these pistol rounds, right? Like you have them just having a duelist is going to be so impactful because you can't afford the good guns to get those good setups. Like you can't have your one ways with your phantoms.
Yeah.
And shoot through. Like you have to kind of play a lot scrappier, and that enables their comp with that duelist the way to initialize one of those points.
Yeah, I mean, he's sitting in the smoke right now. Gamer reload. You're gonna have 2 on site, 3 on site. Actually, bandwagon. First kill
Gamer
is
Films
gonna
actually
trade
did
out.
force the Spectre here.
Yeah. I mean, he got 1 out of it at
down
least,
B.
right? So you're going to 1-for-1 trade, and it's going to be a 2v3 with the breach in the back. Really nice angle coming from One Eye Willie there, and that's going to peek it out.
Right
Chamber
there.
holding the scope as well. There comes the wall. They have to be careful about this long peek, right? You're sitting in the combat stim, but I don't know if the speed is enough.
But the thing is, the spike has been kind of blocked off from them. They've walled someone into the back, and they have control of the spike. So this every second that clicks down here is advantageous
there.
for them. The more time that wears off the clock, the more it forces them to make a play. And a play they do make.
Yeah, you just had 2 peeks right there, and it wasn't
Player
worth it. But
standing.
again,
And the
getting
man
caught out
advantage
with
has swapped around.
Yeah, it's just 2 clean swings right
30
there from
seconds
Southern
left.
Nazarene. And Valpo doesn't really have it, but 30 seconds left. They're easily going to get this plant off, but now it's going to be a
Spike
1v1
planted.
on site. Do have the Sage Heal, but it's not going to be a lot because now it's 45. There comes the stun. Do play Ring Around the Rosie really well here for Ninja Panda because that is exactly what you want. One-Eyed Willie going to sneak up close to the box, and it is a tension-filled 1v1. They're gonna peek. Oh, he heard the drop
Yep.
right there. You got a peek left right now. And there's the peek left. He does get the swing out, but not going to be able to get the damage. You're going to be able to swing out right here. Ninja Panda trying to catch him out. One-Eyed Willie doesn't see it coming, and you have the swing right there.
Nice go.
Ninja Panda sneaking up from behind. The ninja in the name working out for him there with the defuse here. Going to be able to win this round for Valpo.
Clutch.
And that's big, right? Like, we saw a lot of people,
It's
we saw
what I
multiple
trained
people
for.
on
Weapon
Valpo.
shoot.
I almost said Valo, but we saw multiple people on Valpo's side actually force a buy on the second round despite losing the pistol round. That can be a real risky strategy when you're the one who lost the round. You don't have as good of an econ, so forcing that buy can be really dangerous. But we saw them pay off, right? Like they were able to get the round. Now they have the advantage into this next round. It's now their bonus round, effectively, which is going to be really big here, having that econ advantage and just having the round back up. It's only 2 down as opposed to what would have been a 4. It's pretty big.
Yeah, no, we talked about how important snowballing is, right?
Yeah.
Going into these final rounds, being on a defensive team. So stopping that snowball, giving yourself a little bit of momentum, you know, the econ back
Absolutely.
in your favor, it's perfect. But we're going to see Moto swing here, and it's going to be 5 walking out onto B site. There's the tag right there, but Gamer Films holding close. Not going to be able to find the flash right there in the scramble. You do only have 2 bullets left. You're going to retreat to this back site. I like that you're slowing down a little bit. You have to be careful when this drops, though, because Jelly just going to spam right through. Ninja Panda first
Gotta
one to drop.
kill.
Ghost Forces with a nice swing. Phoenix with the double right there. They are timing these swings really well now, and I feel like Southern Nazarene is kind of caught in a rough spot. Ghost Forces is holding this top site. You do have 2 on the back. Voto gonna walk up into an aggressive spot. They do tag him right there. Instantly gonna swing around. Bandwagon with the head tap is gonna win that out, but Ghost Voices with the double from the top. And now it's gonna be a 2v1 on site. You do have the KJ setup. They're gonna have to peek around the corner, and a shot
There
from
it
Ghost
is.
Voices, a 4K from him, and that's another round in Valpo's pocket, bringing it to 8-7.
Yeah, we want to give the Brim the ult points. I mean, he just got a 4K, right? Like, how far off can he be?
Money.
If we hit tab here, yep, that was the final ult point there.
Perfect. Because
we-
now you have Ghost Voices in a spot that he doesn't have to peek those, even though he's on fire right now, right? Top of the leaderboards, 18 and 12. Highest kills in the game, not even close, right? So
Yeah.
even though he's got the hot hand, you can now play post-plant very slowly, right? To the
Yeah.
point that the moment that you hear plant going off, if it's going default, you can drop ult, right? And from there, you practically reset plant again. Right,
Yeah.
so playing that timing, resetting that timing is going to be big into Valpo winning these next couple of rounds.
Yeah, and as you were saying, like, playing that slow, playing that stall game is going to be so important when you're trying to drag this clock out for that Brim ult.
Yes, exactly. So now, you're going to have to see how Southern Nazarene wants to play into it, right? Big thing about Valorant that's different than other games is that you can see the ults, but really nice ult right there. It's
Oh,
actually going to be able
wow.
to tag 3 and get the Waylay TP back.
That was such a
Moto's
huge
back at it.
stun.
Another huge stunt, or excuse me, another huge blind right there. It's going to tag Jelly mostly, flying up top into the smoke right there. Ninja Panda is on site. Valpo's in a bit of an awkward spot, going to be able to dodge the breach util. Jelly with the first tag right there. The healy's not going to be enough. One Eye Willie with a tag. Ghost Voice is going to be able to get one out. Gets a second one. This man is on fire right now. The double kill right there is going to trade it out. It's a 3v3 with the health advantage. Although Southern Nazarene is on point, and here comes the ult. They're expecting default though, which is huge. Southern Nazarene made a great shot right there, being
There's the
able to
molly
tag
coming
it.
in.
Great molly right there to be able to get the corner, but it doesn't tag.
It missed the
Jelly.
melee. It must have missed the melee.
Oh. Wait, I thought it was big, but it actually wasn't in the right spot, and now it's going to be a 2v3, and all your util's practically gone. A nice shot right there from Phoenix to be able to get the first one. Gamer Films drops the tag right there. Gonna have to peek through this right there. Oak Assassin and Sook both drop back. One shot. Oh! Almost gets the second one. Gamer Films almost with a nice tag. Rough part is Valpo used a lot of util right there, and Southern Nazarene was able to win that with some nice gunfights on site there.
Yeah.
Gonna move them 9-7.
The thing is, Nazarene actually invested quite a bit of their own. They invested that breach ult, and Valpo's breach stun in retaliation was perfectly timed to just absolutely deny any advancement that they got off of that breach ult. They breach ult, tried to round the corner, boom, he was right there with it, with the timing there. So Valpo might have invested quite a bit in burning that Brim ult and not getting the round off of it, but Nazarene definitely did invest quite a bit of their own resources into it.
Yeah, definitely. So now Phoenix walking around. Gonna have 4 going up on B site here. I don't think Southern Nazarene has been that successful rushing B site, but they're gonna use the Omen to be able to get back. You do have Phoenix on the flank though, gonna be able to maybe catch it, but doesn't win the gunfight. It's Vandal versus Spectre there, and Sook with the nice head tap's gonna be able to win that. Yeah, true. You don't have any healers on that side, so Ninja Panda actually with the one tap is gonna be able to win that. And here comes the dash in. Jelly gonna be able to get up to the side. Does TP back, a nice trap there from Gamer Films, and that's gonna win the setup. Ulting this out, I like the ult here. You want to secure this round because you're on save, right? So if you can get this, you get the TP up, you're gonna be able to pick up some guns from the side of Southern Nazarene, and you see they're forcing the full rotation back to A site. I don't know if Valpo knows though. Ninja Panda and
Well, Valpo knows now.
Yeah, definitely. Ninja Panda and Moto are first on rotate, and Ghost Voice is holding an aggressive angle here. He's gonna have to wait on the ropes. I like this.
I mean, he does only have a sheriff. Taking these aggressive angles do benefit him.
Oh, he just missed the shot there, and now he has to tag. 2 of them are gonna look to walk back. You have to be careful. I like this. Back up a little bit.
All of this stall here. This
Nice!
Nice shot. Able to get the trade.
Yeah, that's great. And he walks back too. I love the way Ghost Voices is playing this right now because he
Got
just
the pick,
pulled them
get
off.
out.
Yes. Now you're at a 4v2. Even though your health is a little bit low, you're forcing them to enter into you. And you have the meat grinder here set up on B. Oh my goodness. Or excuse me, set up on A. Apologize. Phoenix. Double kill right there, being able to finish it off. Valpo pushing it to 9-8 again. It is neck and neck in this first game.
Oh man, the expectation on the rotate, right? Like they pressed in so hard on the B and immediately lost 2, didn't get any of the trades. So it's only natural, right? They'd want to try to rotate. Valpo was ready for it, put in place, and I loved the breach or the Brimstar Ghost Voices taking that aggressive angle inside sewers because of course he only had a sheriff and they were up against Vandals and Phantoms. He needed to take that aggressive angle, just do the unexpected, and it paid off with that awesome rotate. Here we see an actually aggressive Sage Wall here. I'm looking for an off angle, trying to mess with their crosshair placer, but.
Jelly uses dash to be able to get back. It is going to be enough util that Oak Assassin peeks around, gets the first kill. So Southern Nazarene on a nice spot. The Omen TP
He's
straight
gonna need
through the
some
smoke
help
as well.
here.
Good
His Sage slows are only gonna last so long to delay this rotation. You needed some rotates here. Gets 2 though.
The lineup is nice. I mean, you can't ask for better timing than that. Ninja Panda with the 3. Looking for the 4th one through the smoke here. Gonna be able to get healed up.
No, there's a chamber lurking.
You have 2 right there. You have somebody holding the smoke. This is a great spot for Ninja Panda. I think they're. Oh wait, nobody's looking the smoke anymore. Somebody's got to look at the smoke, guys. Somebody turn around.
Somebody turn.
Please, somebody turn around. Oak Assassin finds a second one. They all just miscommunicate a little bit there, but Ghost Voice is at least gonna be able to trade that out.
He's the only one, right? Like he
Caught one.
does have smoke.
and
Oh,
tripwire.
nice.
Got hit by the trip here.
Wait, that util is crazy. Now Gamer Films with a great setup, and now you hear the smoke. Yep, or excuse me, you hear the plant. Now it's time to walk. Yep, Pika's 2 here. You gotta expect him close. There it is, and Ghost Voices with a flick. He is just on fire right now. Somebody's gotta try and cool this dude off on the side of Southern Nazarene.
It won't be anyone on Valpo's side, I'll tell you that. We want to keep this guy running hot as he's turned round after round here.
Oh my goodness, no. Ghost Voice is just on fire right now. It is 9-9. The first tie If I'm
Yes, I believe so.
Yes.
This is the first time, because remember, right at the beginning, I think the worst record we saw was 5v1, and we brought it all the way back, straight to even. We've been going on fire. We're getting more and more used to this comp, understanding that now we're on the strong side, right? Like, we're double sentinel on split defense. We can make this rock.
That is a nice. Oh, okay. See, I'm not a Cypher player, so I guess I thought that was a nice trip. Apparently, it's not.
Play,
But,
let's play.
all right, here comes the chamber ult.
Yeah, the fact that they could get around it without having to jump made that difficult if he's going to solo hold this site, which it looks like they are opting to have him solo lock down this site, which Cypher is one of the few Sentinels that can do that. It's really KJ and him that can realistically do that.
Gamer Films is like, he's got a twitchy finger. That was not a slow reaction to have. He tags a Waylay on the jiggle peak right there. Gonna be able to grab that one. I bandwagon also taking a lot of health here, so Valpo so far at an advantage. Biggest thing is you can't get aggressive here. You really can't get aggressive into this chamber, right?
Yeah, absolutely. If Valpo has the first pick down onto them, they take the first man disadvantage. It is going to be such a rough position to try to get back into. So you got to do everything in your power to try to slow this rotation down. The clock runs down. It only helps you.
Nice dodge.
Yeah, that was a nice dodge there.
Man, you see it.
Did actually tag him.
This is a nice spot from Ghost Voices. I like this, but you do have Chamber coming up on the backside. Here comes the flash right there. Gonna dodge it again. Chamber's still walking up to the corner, but again, he pulled out his ult, so he's not gonna have any super, close range. Hey, Ghost Voices with 2K. They're just walking into him right now. The health advantage showing out there. Oak Assassin does have the peak. Okay, do not swing that again. Valpo knows.
Don't swing the op.
Please don't swing the op. You still are winning out a little bit.
Oh no.
This is a rough peak, but 10 seconds on the clock.
Let the time run out. Let the time run
they
down.
do not have a peak right now. They don't have the
And
spike is on
Omen
Omen.
and mid. They got spike
Great
down.
shot.
That's it.
That is going to be Valpo's first lead of this series.
There we go. They cannot plant in this time.
Amazing.
Doesn't matter.
Great play. Great play. Obviously, Chamber came out, did get a little bit of use, but Valpo instantly backed up off the slows, right? We were worried about them getting too aggressive. They didn't. You saw Ghost Voices right, excuse me, yeah, it was it Moto or Ghost Voice? It was Ghost Voices, right?
For which one?
In the ropes right there.
Yes, it was Ghost Voices.
Yeah, and we're gonna take a timeout really quick and just speak about it a little bit, but no, that was everything you wanted to see out of him.
Absolutely. That was the playing for time, right?
Yes.
Like you're
yes.
At the end of the day, like it is an objective-based game, and they played for it. Like playing for that time, every second that clicks off that clock, that ticks off that clock, is beneficial for Valpo there, especially with that Chamber ult invested. Did actually get some value out of the Chamber ult too. Got a pick with it. Doesn't matter if that spike doesn't come down, that round's not won.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, you just know that, right? It's being able to, in a high tense situation, tie game, getting ready to roll, slow down the game a little bit, right?
Absolutely,
don't get too worried. You know they have Chamber op, and like you said, you know they have objective to play. So you just back up a little bit, let them walk into you, and it's money. You can't ask more out of that defensive hold right there. But the timeout here is best case scenario for Southern Nazarene, right? You held it for this long, so you're able to kill Valpo's momentum a little bit. Quite frankly, biggest thing is they have to win this next round.
Yeah, it's not a coincidence that this timeout comes out right when Valpo finally takes the round lead, right? Like they're trying to ice him out, get some of that momentum out of their system, but Valpo's gonna be looking to keep it because man, they've been doing so well with this momentum, turning this game around back into finally having a round lead.
Yes,
we went from a round tie, now we got a round lead. Now we just gotta keep it. They are on their way, having the momentum on their side here, but. The ult economy does look rough now, though. They do have KJ ult online, which is going to make it difficult to see how they hold this here. I want to see if they're going to adjust their setup at all, trying to predict it, or if they're just going to see what happens, right? Like, just if it happens, it happens. Force them to have it, you know?
Yeah. I think biggest thing that you need right now, best case scenario for this ult economy for Valpo, is you need to have Phoenix on the side of Waylay. Because with Waylay ult being popped out, if you can pop trackers in... like what's it called, in response to it, it tags Waylay out of that ult, right? That's the biggest thing, is that you need to shut down that quick push, and even the slow from the tracker, right? Being able to hit 3-1 is going to Waylay, right? Off closest target.
What's interesting here is they have both Sentinels are the ones pushing up through mid.
What an interesting hold from Ninja Panda. See, this is what I mean. When you run double Sentinel with Valpo, they just put Sage walls in the craziest spots. Granted, obviously, you know, we can see that they're not going to there, but if they did go there, That's a crazy spot. But Valpo, hearing a little bit of Yuto. Here comes the KJ ult.
There's the KJ ult.
Oh, they're locking down. I'm wondering if... Okay, Gamer Films might just... Oh, it looks like he's not going to eat it. Just walks up. Nice staying under pressure there. Yeah, there's the chamber.
Like, just because the KJ ult comes down, there's a timer on it, right?
Nice!
Nice pick. But like, there's a clock on that KJ ult, right?
Yes.
You don't... Just because it gets popped doesn't mean you need to leave immediately. And the patience coming out for Gamer Films to wait... Just let them push in, let them get overconfident, and then once they push in, he's able to get a pick on his way out.
Yeah, Oak Assassin does get to pick those, so it is going to be a 3v3. Valpo has to still play with this, and they don't have a lot of util to work with, but frankly, they have Breach, right? But Breach is a lot in himself, and you also got the hot hand of Ghost Voices, because that's another shot right there. A great concuss on the backside, and that's going to give him the space, and oh my goodness, they are just on fire right now after the timeout as well, winning that round.
Onto that site.
Yes. They just won every peak that they wanted to there. Obviously, it's off the back of Moto landing that huge concuss, forcing them into that corner, and then Gamer Films with the peek out. I love the way they're taking these angles. It is confident.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we've been talking a lot about Ghost Voices, who has indeed have the hot hands, right? But it doesn't come without support. And these other plays from, especially the Gamer Films, we saw the Cypher lineups, and we saw Moto with the stuns have been so critical here. And like you said, like Phoenix shutting down the Waylay, it's all working together, all the pieces coming together, which is so important. They all have their roles to play, and they're playing it how they need to win these rounds.
Yeah. I mean, you have 4 walking on the site now. Southern Nazarene is in desperate need of a switch up, right? I feel like they've been doing good getting onto site. They've been having that, but their post-plant setups just have not been working against Valpo, because Valpo just has all the angles they want.
Valpo's retakes have been so strong.
Yeah. And you're seeing Valpo knows this. They look at how they're positioning right now. There's nobody on B site.
Yeah, they're positioned for the retake, which is exactly what they should be doing. It's been proven to be effective.
Cypher is sitting in the corner right now, like close left. So because he knows that he doesn't have to peek that long. You don't have to try and stop their plant here. Their best playing is after they have to get on, because when they use all their util to get on, there's nothing they can do against the 2 center setup. And Ghost Voices just can't stop. He is just on fire right now. There's another peak again that he won just swinging around the corner. It's going to be a 5v4.
And what I want to point out here is the discipline, right? Like,
yes,
he knows he has the hot hands. He gets the pick, but he doesn't overheat.
Yes.
He gets the pick, leaves, disengages, knows he has the man advantage, lets it play out. Let them feel that pressure of being a man down.
He's setting the tone.
Especially with that person being down, being your smokes. Like, just let them be under the pressure.
Oh my goodness, the setup is just crazy. They're gonna tag 2, Ninja Panda with 2. It is gonna be an even trade, but you've already won out the shots, and all that's left is Breach now. Ninja Panda with the trade, and you see the tag up top. You know where they are. You have the spike. 10 seconds left. This is another round in the bag of Valpo.
There's nothing they can do. It takes 4 seconds to plant.
There's a shot right there. You don't even have to peek it. Beautiful from Valpo right there. Putting them to 12. Putting them to match point here.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Whew. That's what I'm talking about. That is everything we want to see out of this team. That is like beautiful, beautiful like plot development. This is like watching Naruto in like the last fight. Like he's doing everything that his training has taught him. Everything Coach Bryce has talked about, being patient with this team. And knowing, like you said, that Ghost Voices is setting the tempo with these peaks, it's beautiful. The rest of the team is following in suit. He doesn't overheat like you talked about. He's just getting his kill, peeking out, forcing another 1v1, forcing another 1v1 over and over and over again, and they are just beating Southern Nazarene on these plants.
And now, but we do see the mix-up here. They're no longer going to push that B-side. That B-side has been so rough for them.
Choice.
It hasn't been effective, so they're going to mix it up a little bit. Yeah. But we see Valpo's positioning actually adapt a little bit to it. Be a little bit more sided towards the A, so these rotations should be a little bit quicker if Valpo calls for them. But we haven't seen too much activity yet.
If I'm Valpo, you drop an ult early here. Not Brim, but I think Breach ult is actually so huge here if you can get the tag out.
I'd pop it.
You peek back and ult it. You gotta peek back and ult this. Yeah. Okay. You're gonna throw that out, at least to slow it down a little bit, get the heal up. There's the peek out from Ninja Panda. You see that they're on site. You need to hold Brim for post plant, so realistically you need trackers or something out here. Use your advantage. You're gonna be a 2-for-2 trade up here at top. But the thing is, you don't have Moto or Ghost Voices anymore. Ninja Panda does get traded out, and now Valpo is at a 2v3. Drops the trackers late. You are gonna get picked off, or excuse me, a little bit of damage.
Trying to wait for a rotation, but the spike's not down yet, so you know time is still working. Once the spike comes down, I believe it's what, 45 seconds?
Yep.
For the spike to tick down. So your timer starts
Spike
now,
planted.
able to get
Scout
quite a lot of time,
destroyed.
giving time for Gamer
peak.
Films to get the rotate around.
Nice.
Gets the
Gamer
pick.
Films wins it. You gotta slow down if you're Phoenix here. You're swinging into
Last
2.
player standing.
Yeah, there's the rough part. Now it's gonna be a 2v1 with Gamer Films. I think you just need to wait for the rotate, but I mean, what's done is done. You're gonna have a peek right here, both in backside here. Gamer Films gonna be able to top that. I like this fake, gonna be able to peek to the left here. Almost wins out the shot, not gonna be able to get it.
Was ready for the fake, but not quite able to win the gunfight. Of course, that has a slight gun disadvantage there, not quite able to get it.
Yep.
But I like the play nonetheless, trying to outthink his opponent, trying to keep a cool head.
I like that. Gamer Films is
someone
definitely, like, when we talk personal favorites on the team, I don't like playing favorites, but I've seen Gamer Films just adjust and practice and get so much better at that role that he plays on this team that I root for him every game. So seeing that he's still keeping his cool like that, when knowing, you know, from his earlier career, that was something that usually he'd freak out at. He's being so cool, so collected with these kind of plays that even though it didn't work out in that run, you still have, you know, the tempo and the collection to be able to win this out. I think Valpo just needs to get a little bit better with using those ults earlier. I feel like if you're gonna pop the trackers, you gotta pop them earlier. You gotta drop breach ult there.
Especially with the difference between like Valo and say Overwatch, right? Like
Yes.
you don't have your Overwatch like your ult charge. It's
Yes.
just based on kills and stuff. So the sooner you use it, the sooner you can start building the next.
Ninja Panda takes a really aggressive peek right here. It is going to drop in. Moto just walks out. Not going to be able to win that now. So here comes the ult out of breach. Yep, they're trying to clear out Ghost Voices. There's the dash in. Yep. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Ghost Voices with a 180 flick right there, taking out 2 in the process. Although you're still at a disadvantage, that was just nasty.
I mean, might still be at a disadvantage, but it was about to be a 5-man if he did not do a disgusting 180 headshot flick during the breach ult.
Nah, he's on something different right now. We gotta check him for steroids after this. That was dirty. Gamer Films with a peek right
Evens
there.
it
Now
up.
it's a 2v2. 2v2 with health advantage. You do have plant on site. We're gonna have to see how Southern Nazarene wants to play this. They played post plants on B site much better than they played any other site. So gotta see. There's the setup right there. You do get to peek out.
No.
There's the util that you need. Phoenix holding the backside. A nice shot through the wall. You do get the damage. Gamer Films versus 1. You do have to TP back out. Here it comes. Yep, you see the peek right there. Gamer
see where he
Films
is?
has the tag. He's just gonna hold it. Got it! Let's go! Gamer Films with the hold, knowing that in the spin at the very end is gonna be able to get them 13 rounds right there. And I think they messed up the spectator because that should be game.
Yeah, that should be game.
That is game. I think they're accidentally on a practice tool, but that
Yeah,
is Valpo. First game, 13 rounds right there. Money.
In the championship.
Money. Starting out strong here. Especially at the very end, dude. We just talked about how Gamer Films has been staying cool and collected through this, right? We just talked about this.
I mean,
so
we can take advantage of still being in the game here for us to take a look at this scoreboard,
yes,
right?
yeah.
Like, it's funny, right? Like you look at this and just based off of pure numbers, you'd almost think that Valpo was almost losing
Yeah.
based off of the pure numbers here
Yeah.
on this screen. But that's not the point, right? It's not a team deathmatch. It's an objective-based game. They've been playing exactly how they've needed to play, stalling for times, using their util in just the right ways to be able to take this first round.
Yeah, and also Ghost Voices dropped a 30 bomb. That always helps. that always helps.
The hot hands do tend to help.
Yeah, but we are gonna go to a slight break here as we hop into the next lobby and fix up the
Lobby codes.
actual
and such,
lobby codes. Yeah, just to make sure it's all good. But we will catch you guys at the start of game 2 of the series. we are back, ladies, gentlemen, and MBs, for the start of our Game 2 of this NECC Championship versus Southern Nazarene. I'm your host, Adam. I'm here with my co-host,
CQ9, and we are here on, like you said, on the second map, going into Bind here. And we're going to see Valpo on the defense first. The defense side first. We see the same comp that we actually saw the last round here on Split, with actually big swaps on the side of Southern Nazarene. I don't think there's a single Asian overlap from last round. So we actually see from South Nazarene the Gecko, the Raze, the Cypher, and the Sky, and then the newest Valorant hero, Mix, is actually on their side as well. Mix taking the role of a controller with that smokes here, and gonna see how they want to set up. It looks like Valpo is gonna do a 3-man split with their Cypher and Sky on on hookah, or Sky on hookah.
and this is kind of the conditioning that Valpo likes to run on Bind, right? This is Valpo's pick, but when I'd really actually getting a grenade kill off rip here with Motomoto, and we're seeing Gecko immediately run the spike in, but it's not going to get the plant off. It is just going to drop. Oak Assassin with the second kill right there, going to be able to peek this. Might have a right click from Ghost Voices coming up, but that's already 2 picks down for Valpo, and they're just trying to get their footing, because you set the util up B site right as they rushed on the A site, so you kind of flip a coin there and try to figure it out. But Gamer Films, second pick and 3 swinging right there. You're gonna try and win that shot out. Phoenix dropping down the 3 right there. You're gonna have the flash out. You do have a heal, but you're gonna flash out again for Gamer Films. Oh, and just peeks at Gamer Films. Second kill.
Sadly, Sky Heal's not able to heal herself.
Yeah.
So Sky being the one to take all that damage just really hurts. Not having the option to use that util there.
Loki, I'm so glad you said that. I completely forgot.
Yeah.
I was thinking for a second. I'm like, wait a sec.
Yeah, it's a bit strange because Sage can give herself the heal, but on Sky it actually affects everyone but you.
See, that's why I do the play-by-play and you're the analysis guy.
Exactly.
Like, it's perfect. But
oh,
no.
Wow. Okay, so we actually see the aggressive. Was that an outlaw? Oh no, they sold it. Yeah. Getting a little ahead of ourselves, expecting the other team, but.
Yeah, we got to be careful here. I mean, the biggest thing for Valpo is they have to show their positioning, because I know how they like to play Bind, and they like to switch their spots up a lot. You're going to see Ninja Panda with a wall right here. Basically over top and not going to be able to get any picks. Does get Gecko blinded out. At least going to pull down after a couple of shots. So, I mean, you see that.
Didn't quite kill the wingman, wasn't able to stop the plant.
Yep, there is going to be a plant down. Does get shot up, but Motomo's going to trade his life for it, so I don't know if it's realistically
I don't know
worth
if that's worth it.
Yeah.
We see the Ray sitting in lamps with a Bucky and aiming right at that corner.
Yeah, I think biggest thing right here is that they are making use of Mix and Gecko. Right, that is number 1 enter onto site right now, is that the Raze obviously has to walk in, but we haven't seen anything crazy out of the Raze other than that 1 grenade. Rather, they're using Mix's smokes, walking in, and then with the Gecko plant, they're holding those long angles that Valpo really doesn't have an answer for right now, because with 2 rounds straight in the bag, they are threatening a quick 3-0 like econ rush.
Yeah, and now it is officially South Nazarene's bonus round here. Gonna see how much mileage they're gonna get out of these guns before Valpo is actually able to put a stop to them. Valpo being able to afford some real weaponry here.
Yeah, it's a little bit rough, because you run into the issue of, okay, you have to buy out this round, right?
Because like you need to win this round.
Yes.
Because if you don't, your econ is gonna be hurting real bad, and that's probably gonna cost you multiple rounds. We see a 4-1 stack, keeping just the Cypher to hold down B site on his own.
I like this. It's a little bit easier to rotate slowly onto B with the Cypher setup than it is for everybody to rotate back to A, so immediately this will proc out. I think this is the biggest on Southern Nazarene for calling this out. Like, that's a great call right there for the rotate, because they are just instantly on site. Oak Assassin dropping the spike down right now. Ninja Panda still walking on the
what I really like about what we just saw is that he knew he was solo holding site, so once the rush came in, he didn't try to trade his life or anything. He just backed up. They have point, but we know where they are.
There's a swing around, but you're just seeing they instantly lost all those gunfights. Ninja Panda with the second kill for Valpo on the board here, and it's just swung in the favor of Southern Nazarene. But the thing is, this is exactly how first round went, right?
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
I'm not too
almost
worried here.
identical.
Save this gun. Ninja Panda, if you,
Wall 'em in.
you know
Wall
what's
'em
good
in.
for them, yeah, literally just wall this.
Yeah.
Nice. There we go.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
I
now,
like
they
this.
now they know they're all running away.
Yep. They're all going through the TP to try and get over to A site, but Ninja Panda's just not even
Hey,
peeking that.
Gecko and
Two
Sky
died.
don't get out.
Yeah.
They have to rebuy their guns.
I mean, you force money spend, right?
Yeah,
Because
that's not too
otherwise, they have a pretty free like second bonus, right? But
Right.
yeah, I feel like they're just gonna full buy because you have the money for it. Valpo in a really rough spot though, because now you're forced to save on another full buy, which means that you're fighting against a gun disadvantage, and unless a miracle happens or you have some crazy peak right here, you're practically gonna be fighting for a fifth round.
That goes there. We must shore up our defenses.
I mean, there's gonna be 4 down on smoke. There's gonna be 5. A side Ninja Panda with the first pick right there, making use of the gun he picked up from last round. You can't ask for better, but here comes the setup from Mix. Right, you're gonna have to shot around. Try and just hold off. Phoenix, I like holding a closer angle here. Here comes the blind. You're gonna walk back out and making sure that nobody walks through, but it looks like it was just a really, really deep blind. Right, they were just kind of tagging for the voice line, but. Oh, nice trigger discipline. Great trigger discipline out of Ghost Voices right there, picking off 2.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about. There is... Okay, he picked up the Phantom. I like that.
Yeah, he picked the panel.
Yep, that's huge because now you're at a 5v2. You have the gun. You picked up the guns off of a buy that they had last round. Smart play right there. And
That was
completely
such good trigger discipline.
Yes,
It is so hard to resist when you have somebody not looking your way. Easy kill, especially on an econ round like that where you need every pick. Oh, that is so hard to maintain that trigger discipline, but able to keep it up here.
You're gonna have 2 in hookah, and they are gonna walk out right there. So looking for a shot right here. Sook on the sky instead of the Omen here, so not on the smokes anymore. But definitely got a lot of util out of last round, especially with the Omen blinds. I feel like that was one of his stronger points. So I feel like giving Sky, who has more blinds, definitely is a good choice for Southern Nazarene, at least setting up into this round. And Mix covers a lot of your smoke angles, but Sook getting the first pick right there. Moto trying to peek this from the back, not going to be able to find it, but I mean you have
got to
10
get on
seconds left.
site. They're
Just
not
don't
going to be able to get
peek.
on site.
Yep, if you're Valpo,
And there
just
it is.
hold this.
Yep.
Yep, you
There's
had
no
gun
way.
advantage. Right, or excuse me, you picked up guns off this, yeah, so you're going to get a thrifty round off.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, able to walk out of this round with more guns than you walked in with, and the win. That's big for their econ.
Yeah. I
If you
mean,
look here, I mean, South Nazarene does already have an ult online with Raze's, and Raze's ult is real good at least getting 1. Is a lot of the times it is quite consistent at it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be pretty dangerous here to fight here.
they're setting up around A right here because they're definitely sending Raze with her best satchel rollout straight to middle.
Oh,
right?
I'm sure that's going straight to lamps.
And
is
look,
where this
Ninja
Raze
Panda
is
is
going.
holding close here as well. Here comes the grenade out. You see it, trying to get out for the chip. You have to be careful playing in these corners. Here comes the smokes out as well. Gotta see how Southern Nazarene wants to play this. There's the blind. But not really sneaking up to the top. I don't think they're committed to using the Raze ult yet. Oh, you see it? Oh, both of them getting it, but Ninja Panda just losing out the gunfight right there. You're gonna have the smite drop down from the Gecko plant. So here comes Moto around the corner. You're gonna be able to get the first one. You did see the sky heal as well, so you know that one's in the area.
Able to actually sneak a little bit of the healing off of the mix character.
Oh, and Moto just getting caught out again with the util. I feel like this is a kind of a common thing now. Okasasu peeking around the corner, not gonna be able to find there a little bit again. Gotta stop peeking it with the util. Valpo's just taking too much damage right now from doing that because it's gonna be a 2v4. And Ghost Voices just jumps out really aggressively, trying to make anything happen. Gamer Films with only a frenzy, and it's not gonna work. That's gonna be a round 1 for Southern Nazarene off the post play.
Hey, but this is a real familiar sight based on how the last round went. And if you take a look at the record from last round, Valpo won that game.
Yep.
So, we're not out of the running yet here. Even if we're at a disadvantage, Valpo has shown that they are not afraid to fight from the back foot.
Yep, Valpo just needs to make a little bit of a correction. Just swap up a little bit. See how they want to hold this. I think, again, you're still answering to the point that they threatened A without Razel. So if they want to threaten A again and they had a lot of success on A, especially, you can now just kind of pop it whenever you want. So I feel like they're playing off tempo here. They're probably saving it for a round that they don't have full buy on, or they're not sitting on a util because it's just a free pick like you talked about, especially on a round like this. It's why Raze has so much util coming around the corner. Here comes the shot out wall. Ninja Panda holding close here, knowing that you know, Assassin likes to peek this around the side. They've had the mix set up. Here comes the Razor coming around the corner, looking for the side.
This is gonna look for the Sage.
Oh, he missed. He didn't shoot it deep enough. And there's the 2 swing out right there. Nobody's holding out through the long though. You do get a peek out at least on Oak Assassin. There comes the Gecko. Gecko plant. Shot through the wall. You do peek out too. Do win the first shot right there. Phoenix gets the shot.
Somebody's
He
behind him.
doesn't know that he's right there.
where you are.
He went to pick up the gun, but he just lost out on that. You have the Cypher ult, but it's going to be a 2v4 on this site, and they already have the plant up. Valpo just has not had success on A site recently, and is looking for some kind of, you know, miracle gunfight here to get back into
Cage
this.
triggered.
Me when I spawn the cage of bullets.
It's like a call and response there.
Wait, that was nice from Gamer Films, though. He's actually going to get that shot. You're sitting. Oh my goodness, Phoenix won that shot.
Player standing.
It's going to be a 2v4 with the plant coming down here. Quite frankly,
Yeah.
you don't even have to really peek that too strong if you're on the side of Southern Nazarene. All the cards are in your hand, and that's going to be another round. It's going to be 1-5, and we're at a similar spot. I wouldn't be surprised if... Yeah, I was about to say Valpo's got to call a timeout.
I mean, that's an identical score from last round. We
Almost,
saw the
yeah.
5-1.
It is 1-1, and they called the timeout right now. So, like...
And that's fine, right? Like,
You gotta see how it comes out.
we had this exact same thing happen last round.
Yep.
And we won that game.
Yep.
So we're by no means out of this yet. We can have the chance to have the momentum flip around.
Yeah.
And once that momentum flips around, man, does Valpo be able to keep it in their corner?
Yeah, they've been playing hot this whole time. I can't really complain about how we've been dealing with the leads and not getting shot down. I think Coach Bryce coming in on the timeouts has been a huge part of this, right?
I mean, absolutely, man. We heard the Coach Bryce's speech before the round starts. They are all hyped and locking in for this game. They're pumped, right? Like I mean, you're sitting in your champion seat, playing for the championship of NECC. You're gonna want to play your best, and boy, are they locked in right now.
Yeah, definitely. So, you know, obviously timeout going away now. We're gonna be getting back into the game here, and it is gonna see. You know, we're gonna see how they correct it. But I'm really interested just to see how they want to stop this. Not so much on entry, because we saw them not have really a lot of their success on defense come from stopping entry, rather how they play post plant, because that's been the biggest weakness right now. Is Southern Nazarene has such a better setup with this comp, planting on A site, right? And they've been playing it so much better, being able to walk this. But here comes the Gecko ult, looking to try and catch anybody here. Popping on the A site and instantly shot out. So they did get the intel at least from that, but it's not going to be able to at least damage anybody. Pops out for the cage, but Oak Assassin just misses all the shots. There's
Died to this Skydog, and in comes the picks. Valpo down 2 men.
Yeah, I mean, you did pop ult on that intro there, so I feel like there's the walkout. Not gonna be able to win that, right? Obviously, Valpo on a save. So at the end of the day, you're just trying to get the money out. You're looking for second round here.
Actually able to get a pick with the classic here.
2 dead here is big. Moto, right? Again, you're on save.
I mean, you had a classic, right?
Yeah.
Like you can't expect the world out of that.
Not a good chance at winning that one, but you did shut down a little bit Econ. You didn't just give them a free round off that. So you were able to at least pick off 2. Now you're sitting on 5 ultimates going into this. You got to turn it around now.
Yeah, that is the one critique that I've had so far with Valpo's play is just the ult economy being a little too hesitant to pop it. Because remember, the sooner you pop it, the sooner you can start building your next.
Yes.
If you pop your ult and you immediately get a 2k right after, that's 2 points towards your next one already. So just the more ults you can get in a round, they're ultimates for a reason. They're impactful. Yeah. So the more you can get off in a side, that's super impactful there.
They're just playing way too reactively with them, right? They're waiting for people to commit onto site like fully so they can get the most out of their intel. It's realistically, when you see that jiggle peek with like a breach or somebody like a a breach or a sky ult, you could toss them. Like you're not really risking much at that point because they have such a wide area of effect that you can at least guarantee a shutdown on 1 or 2 with your early picks or early peaks, excuse me. So I think you just got to get a little less reactive, a little more preemptive with those 2 ultimates.
Absolutely,
and that gives your team a lot more space, a lot more flexibility to play this. You do hear the TP coming out over through showers here.
See something like this we see from Nazarene. They're aggressive. Oh, it forces movement.
That's actually gonna be one. You have the shot again. Like, you kind of let the peak go down here, and then the shot is just gonna be enough, right? You didn't drop breach ult. Like you're still
I must
waiting,
wait a moment.
right? And I feel like you're not gonna get a perfect spot. Nobody's ever gonna give you a perfect ultimate. You gotta just blow it on like one person at least. But a nice swing right there. With the combat
Garen,
swing.
like trading a piece of util, what do you use like Raise Grenade for? It's an ability that you trade for a kill. So you trading your ultimate for a kill.
Really awkward.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, so gonna be a 2v1.
R up
both
a
are
man.
low.
Oh, I like that.
Your Sage, you can. Your Sage, you have res.
Player standing.
No, should have popped the ult.
Again,
We're being too conservative here. I want to see a little more willingness to use resources. Your ultimate is less valuable than the round.
it's the point to that you still have enough spike time, right? You're still sitting at a good spot. Know that they are long A, or not long A, excuse me, but you know they're like mid. So at that point, you can just back up into corner, right? You can just back up into elbow and be able to res there. Walk back out. Ghost Voices is still on site, on play. Valpo's just not playing the way they want, right? They're not using their kits to the best of their abilities that they can right now. At least you did. The Sky ult came out and it was nice, right? But again, that's what we're talking about. You had success when you popped the ult. You were up on that, but
like I want to see a breach ult like pop.
Wow. Moto just playing a little too close there, not ready for when I really did drop in, and now Raze has control of this elbow here, and you're gonna have to peek out. Ninja Panda at least gonna be able to pick off one from the wall here. There's another shot. There's the second one, and I'm telling you, these Ninja Panda peaks are exactly what you're looking for. He goes 2 for 1 and at least gives them a spot. Oak Assassin also falling low. You're gonna have a close peek, but Oak Assassin just on a tear right now. One Eyed really also controlling that corner, and now you just don't have a peek. Valpo again. Not finding their footing here, and it is just 1-8 right now. A complete dominance by Southern Nazarene.
We keep talking.
Like what I want to see here, right, is like if the Rays, like they're not gonna stop pushing A until it stops working.
Yep.
Like Valpo hasn't given them a reason to change up their strategy. So what I want to see is something like once the Rays start satcheling in, we breach ult to stop the follow up. Or something like the Rays jumps in, we brim ult Cubby. Stop any engagements flying up on the Rays, we get the pick. Like I want to see these ults get used because we've been sitting on them so much that we probably would have been halfway, if not fully, to another ultimate on at least one other person by now.
Yeah, it's just the rough part of you have ult with breach, and you're playing him really close, so he can't pop that ult the moment that he sees it, right? Because Raze is threatening immediately out the door, so you have to be able to back up. You need somebody to cover, but now Valpo's stuck in a spot to where they're pretty much putting a 50-50 mix, right? They haven't won on either side. They're gonna be able to spray through that. Get the first one, pops the ult instantly. I like that. You're gonna be able to get that out. There's the cage, and here comes the ult coming out of Brimstone. There we go. You're popping it now, and you're in a good spot because you're up 2. You're up 3. Again, Valpo used 2 ults off rip, and they won that round. Right, you were at a gun disadvantage and you're still winning that round because you're just aggressively using that.
You were willing to use your resources. Yeah,
they've been sitting on these ults for like 3 rounds now, right? So at least, hopefully.
Oh, not able to get the kill.
And again,
killed while blinded.
Moto, you gotta stop walking with your util out, man.
Smoke's down.
He's hitting the smokes, he's hitting the blinds,
30 seconds
and he's
left.
hitting the util. But it doesn't matter because once they have the crosshair lineup, they can just spray it. Right,
Yeah,
so at
they
that
TP
point,
right back. I wonder if this tripwire is gonna kill the.
Enemy
Nice gamer films. Really patient.
I was really hoping that tripwire was gonna kill that Gecko.
Yep. Yeah. It was close. Quite frankly, I think Gecko was sitting at like 12 health or something. So.
Yeah, because those tripwires do 5 health if it procs on you, so you can in fact kill with a trip.
Oh, this is a nice spot.
Spray there is gonna be huge, but Valpo, at least win in 1 round, right? That's
where it started last game. It was the 1 round turnaround that got the momentum back in their favor. Sadly, it is coming in a little later in this round, which is a little scary. They had at least a couple rounds to play with last game, so we're gonna see if they're able to use it. We're gonna see the Rays run up long, Cypher able to see it.
Tagged.
But it is indeed the only person actually running up that way, making a little noise, trying to bait out the rotation. But we see that quick TP. Now we all know.
Nice wall. There's the Trevor as well, gonna be able to hit 2.
Actually
he missed. They've missed their util. Just just walks out into a site because Ninja
Yeah,
Man is
we
already dead.
swung too soon, well, especially while blinded.
Yeah, I just think an awkward positioning right there, Jelly.
Spike planted.
Valpo just not looking the same team. This is not the cool, calm, and collected team we saw from the first map. They're just rushing a lot of stuff, putting themselves in awkward positions. I think it's because they haven't had an answer to this site attack.
Beacon here.
I don't think Bind just as a map has been serving them well in the type of playstyle that they've been playing the past few rounds. Like last game, the playstyle that they were playing last game, Bind just doesn't seem to support it as well.
Yeah, I guess not.
Before the switch.
I mean, it is going to be the last round before swap. If Valpo does win this, though, we might have a 9-3 curse on our hands.
True. There's
always the Valpo superstition to tide us through whenever everything's looking good.
That's not even just a Valpo superstition. That's a Valorant superstition.
True.
So, you know, it's got a little bit more credence on itself than that.
That goes there.
I mean, we can bank on it. That's, at the end of the day, that's all we got. So,
It's true.
You know, hopefully Valpo gonna be able to put it together.
We're gonna see another aggressive. Or are they gonna rush onto A site?
Launching
more?
smoke.
Yeah, they are. Here comes the Razor.
There we go.
And finally, a
Moto.
breach ult comes in.
Thank you. Moto finds one off of it as well.
Spike down
Right,
A.
it worked out in your favor. You're gonna be able to keep that off. Still have the Razor ult coming up. Here comes the Mix ult. Is going to be able to tap up. And Ninja Panda wins off the first one. Oak Assassin taking the trade. You still have Ninja Panda and Oak Assassin in their showers. They're about to do it all. But Oak Assassin just wins it again. He has controlled the showers this whole game. He has been a monster, quite frankly. But they are gonna rotate this around. Ghost Voice is at least gonna call it out. Does pop the stim to be able to get a little bit of speed. Race trying to peek through the
Gets
smoke.
the
Not
peg.
gonna be able to find a gamer film.
Spike
Still
planted.
spraying out. The spike is gonna go down. It's gonna be a 3v2 on the rotate.
And they don't know it right now, but it is actually a 3v1 because the Mix is still on the rotation.
Yeah.
But they don't know it.
back
They
up.
don't know the push or advantage here.
One enemy remaining.
Okay,
There's a
Bandwagon
pick.
gets one. You're still holding that corner. Yep, Oak Assassin is gonna be able to sneak through. You are holding that through Hookah. You have to be careful. There it is, right there. And
There it
Game
is.
Force wins it out. There we go.
9-3.
9-3 curse. 9-3 curse
Let's
is
see if
coming.
it's real.
9-3 curse.
We need
Please,
the
please.
9-3 curse to be real.
No, but you know, obviously Valpo winning out one before the swap. It's gonna be big. At least give yourself a little bit of space. So hopefully a little bit of swap up. We're gonna see how they want to play this offense because
This is
You know?
my spot.
maybe Valpo can just turn the tides a little bit here. Yeah, no, 8 seconds left on the clock here in this buy phase. Gotta see how Valpo wants to set up. I think this is kind of classic for them. They've been looking for a peak over mid. Most of the times that they play bind, they usually just try and start off on this B because, you know, get the hands warm a little bit, play a little bit more of a gun aggressive start.
What I like is that like they're not going for the same strat that that Nazarene did. They're doing their own thing because they don't have the entry duelist that they have. Like Raze is really strong on bind for a reason, and we saw them constantly able to get that entry for them on the A site. Valpo doesn't have the same. They don't have a duelist at all. So they're going to have to play the slow game here. Looking for that Cypher trip, wasn't able to break it.
Peek through. Oak Assassin bandwagon with the first 2 shots right there. Valpo's going to be at a 3v5, but they just are not winning these pistol trades here. One-Eyed Willie going to be able to trade that out. It's going to be 2 on site. Gamer Films taking a really big chip here. Phoenix at least going to be able to trade out 1, but not being able to find the right click right there. And then with 9 health left, I mean, it's going to be a 4-team ace for Southern Nazarene, and they have just dominated this bind.
Yeah, bind definitely seems to be one of their stronger maps. Like a lot of their agents that they play seem to be strong on it as well. You see that Raze, and personally I think Gecko's quite strong on this map as well.
Right here.
We're gonna see how Valpo adjusts here. It looks like they're gonna try to go for a more of a split push. Gonna send 3 towards B and then 2 towards A. See if they can find some weaknesses in the gap. Or actually no, they're gonna go 4-man.
See, I mean, just to peek out a little bit here. Gotta be careful. The dog is gonna go out to showers but not tag anybody. There's peek out through mid, gets a couple of shots. They do know that Valpo's not posturing it. You don't have the Yuto coming up through showers, so we're gonna see how Ninja Panda wants to look through it. But
And we've seen that the Raze, in fact, has a Bucky, which
Yes,
is real scary when they're threatening lamps.
yeah, I think if you're Valpo, you have to either rotate to showers or just like toss it around because you're kind of playing right into their hands right now. So being able to get the, I guess with the one, it's actually Suki. I think that's the point of the name. Like the one is not meant to be a like Suki one, it's meant to be Suki. I'm sorry if I've been mispronouncing it this whole time. I apologize. But we're gonna see. I mean, you're playing with classics,
Yeah,
right? Like you're trying to just chip out anybody and force some kind of buy, but you're just gonna walk straight through right there. Screw the peek. At least you're gonna immediately blind around. But yeah,
while,
you're
while
well
blinded, it's just shoot at the door.
yeah,
Right,
I think
like-
if you're Valpo, you're mental saving right now, right? This is this is just such a disparity from the last round that was very close. That this is a complete steamroll on the side of Southern Nazarene, especially considering that it's not just in set play that they were winning, but also in the 1v1 gunfights. They just had hotter hands. So quite frankly, if you're Valpo, you just gotta shake this one, right? Like
I mean, you do still have 2 more rounds at minimum.
yeah.
Like, it's not impossible, but it is a tall order here. It's a high mountain to climb, right?
Yeah.
But it's not unclimbable.
Key is just keep it realistic. Know that there are things that like you pulled from, right? And obviously you swapped up a little bit here in this game, right? You didn't switch up the comp, they did. And I think that honestly is the biggest thing. Is that Southern Nazarene not only did what's called Assassin just have a complete day on mix, right? But also for the fact is that they swapped their comp to fit not only bind but fit to what you were playing in. Right, they are trying to slot into that, and a really nice call, and credit to them. That was a very, very good swap up. So now it's on Valpo to be able to go into third map either with a different comp, a different like routine, see how they want to enter onto these sites. Raze with a jump peak right there is actually the spot out. You're playing very split on the side of Valpo. Oh, yeah, Jelly holding that with the Outlaw is going to be able to get that first shot. Now, I mean, you're fighting a 3v4, you still split. You're going to be able to rotate gamer films with the spike over to this A site, but Raze is just holding it really strong. So I think this is definitely a good setup. Ninja Panda with the wall right there. Here comes the speed off the combat spin. Flash right there is going to be able to catch out too. Force into the corner. The dog actually is going to catch out Raze. Raze playing close, but with the Bucky, it's hard to take that corner. Nobody to just spin around and be able to look that. You're going to force that kind of peek, and it's going to be 3v4 going on the site.
Yeah, I mean, being concussed doesn't really hurt the Bucky all that much because all you need is that one shot.
It's a good shot. I mean, Ninja Panda's still on the wall. But Suki with a really nice head tap right there is going to win that. Ghost Voices trades it, but he's just going to wallbang him right there. It's going to be a 1v2. Ghost Voices with a health disadvantage as well. Gonna have to play this post plant. He does see the 2 up front. He doesn't hear anybody behind him, so here comes the shot. Does get a nice pick. It is definitely possible. You're gonna have to try and peek Gecko here. Does get the shot off. That's actually huge because you might be able to play the time.
He's playing time.
Yeah.
I don't think
he doesn't have the time.
Hey, that's a round win.
Hey, again,
that's the start. That's the first step.
you make corrections that you can bring into the next round. Even if you don't string together like what is it, 9 rounds here, right?
Yeah.
Even if you don't do that, you've made a correction and you know consciously what you've done here. That's something you can bring in. Any win here is a positive for the series for Valpo.
Absolutely. I mean, even if for nothing else other than just your mental, right? Just knowing that it was slightly less of deficit that you lost by, just even disregarding any of the information that you gather, anything else, just having that mental note of just, we brought it back. Yeah. We made it competitive again. That's what matters.
And I mean, anytime we talk about corrections, there's no better team than Valpo with the corrections.
True.
I feel like that's the story of this whole team. So, quite frankly, being able to grab anything here, I'm happy. So we're going to see, again, another split, right? This is what they did last round, and it worked out for them even with, like, a couple of clutch gunfights. They like that they're kind of challenging these fights. I feel like their 4-man, 5-man pushes don't work as well into the comp that they're running because there's a lot more util and less, like, entry on the side of Valpo. And plus, the one duelist that you are running is Raze, which arguably Bind is her best map.
Yeah.
Right? So it's one of those where even though you are still running a one duelist like you are last turn, the comp just fits this map so much better that Valpo realizes that, and now they're playing for picks. So I like it, quite frankly. You take the time a little bit. They just have to force something out now because. Oh, you had the head tap.
Gets the pick. Gets the trade though.
Yeah.
And we see Valpo kind of rushing onto site a little bit more.
Yeah, he just
and Spike goes down.
B.
Blinded.
Blind right there. You have to see how he keep it. Yeah, he's tapping the corner so he doesn't have to check if he walks in. There's the mixed pick, but the op from One-Eyed Willie is just gonna shut it down, and now we're gonna be moving on to match point here.
We're seeing the boon of having no
Match point.
duelist, right? Like they're not able to entry as well because they don't have someone to go in and aggressively take that space.
Yes.
And that's what Raze is so good at, especially on this map. Like that's how important it is on this map, and we're seeing the difference here.
Yep. And it's actually going to be a timeout here for Valpo. I think this is definitely a timeout called by either, like, if this is called by Bryce, it's not like, all right, guys, I have the 8-round winning strategy right now. This is the timeout that's like, all right, let's
Just
give
go
ourselves time. Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's give ourselves time to reset. Let's give ourselves time to analyze. Okay, before we get into half match where I'm going to let you guys take a deep breath, right? Let's talk about the game a little bit. Let's give ourselves a minute to just go over what was working, what wasn't, so that when they go into the half match, they don't have to take time spending and talking about the last game. Instead, they start talking about what they want to do for the next match. So I think this is just a setup timeout for them, right? They're calling it not exactly to win the game, but more so like we talked about, it's a mental and reset.
Yeah, it's not to win the game; it's to get that mindset back in the right place.
Yep.
You're like, all right, it's best of 3 now.
Yeah.
At this point, is kind of that mental that they're gonna have to walk into. Just know, this is real far. Like it's real hard to win.
Yeah.
This is one of the roughest positions to be in, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Just happened in the past. You lose this round. Oh well, it's in the past. Move on and go on to the next round. Because I mean, we've been talking about it here. Like Raze is super strong in this map. You're missing a duelist. You had a lot kind of going against you here with this team comp that you choose to run. So going at a deficit like this, it's understandable.
It happens.
So just how do you want to go with it?
That is that is Valorant at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I keep getting Valpo and Valorant mixed up, but
like it worked last game too.
Yes.
Like we saw it work. We know we can do it.
Yeah.
And that's the important thing here.
No, definitely. So Valpo just trying to grab whatever they can from this, still play out the round. Not the biggest deal for them, right? Just a mental reset. So let's see how they want to peek this over on site here. Right?
Yeah, we see this weapon differential here.
Yeah.
This is that is a
match
rough
point.
That is a rough screen to see.
They've just had control over Econ. Southern Nazarene. Like I talk a lot about Valpo because obviously we're Valpo casters.
Of course, yeah.
Credit where credit is due. Nazarene has just shut this map down. They have been playing this like close to flawless on every defensive hold that they could. So
30 seconds.
We're gonna see an aggressive force plant here.
everybody cover your ears if you can hear. But Oak Assassin with the double kill right there. Ghost Voices trading it right back, but it is going to be a 2v3 coming on the site. The wall off from Ninja Panda is going to give him a little bit of an angle, but the plant is actually going to be huge. Heal ups to the tap right there. Jelly wins off the trade. Ninja Panda with the peak not going to be able to win anything, and that is going to be game for map 2 here. Ruined us to 1-1, and like you said, resetting us to a best of 3.
Yeah, I mean
Defenders win.
that's really how they're gonna have to look at it here, right? Like, you had a rough rack. Yeah, we see the 5-minute break coming in.
Yep.
Just mental reset. Just push that out of your mind. Happened in the past. Doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
You've taken the lessons. As long as you take the lessons that you can from it, just knock it out and just go next.
Just gotta shake it. Right?
Absolutely.
So, like you said, knock it out, go next. And that's what we're also going to do here in the booth. We're going to 1-1, so we're going to take a slight break, and we will catch you guys at the start of Game 3. And we are back, ladies, gentlemen, and MBs, for the start of our map 3 of this NECC championship of our Valpo Valorant versus Southern Nazarene. I apologize. I'm your host, Idem. I'm here with my co-host.
CQ9, and yeah, it's been a long match already, and we're only just getting into it. The match score right now is currently 1-1. Valparaiso taking the first round on split, 13-10, but then actually losing the second map on bind 4-13. A little bit of a blowout after a close game. So we're gonna see how they turn it around this next game on the Pearl. When we see these comps changing a little bit here on the sides, there we go. So we're going to see these comps switch around a little bit. See, first things on Valpo's side, there on the right, we see the changes from off of Brim for the smokes onto Mix. Yep. And then we see the swaps from going from double initiator, double sentinel, and having no duelist to now keeping the same sentinels, but swapping to Gecko as your sole initiator, and then your ISO as a duelist. So yes, Valpo now is, in fact, running a duelist. Yeah,
I like it. I mean, you obviously we took a 5-minute break, right, on a pause, being able to call that for the series, just to talk about strategy, be able to reset a little bit in the same way that you had a break after the first match, and it worked out well, right? Southern Nazarene came in with a new comp and a new strategy, so hopefully Valpo going to be able to make that work on the side of the Fate spot. Not going to be able to tag anybody here as Valpo just slow walks this. And we're going to see nobody obviously reacts for Southern Nazarene, knowing that they can just walk out. Phoenix just walking straight forward. I really like that. Yeah, here comes the wall right there, slowing it down a little bit. Going to be able to grab off the top. Here comes the util out, and now the push is going to be strong. Harbor being able to smoke out first. Peek up to the top. You are running out of double tap here, so you're not going to be able to get the shield off of it. Ninja Panda now on the wall, but you do have the setup that you want. You're still trying to peek this a little bit close. But there's the shot. Oak Assassin going to be able to peek that. Now you have one backside. It's going to be a 5v5 straight off here. Ninja Panda does have to peek, though. Just, you got to know you can't peek it right there. Gecko immediately sends it out. Does get shot out, so Spike is going to be on point. And now the harbor walls are up.
And now the Spike has kind of been island isolated on the side here.
Yeah, it's going to be first pick, but Fade is falling a little bit low, so very easy to try and swipe this. Here comes the dash in, instantly going to TP right back. You do have the intel. Ninja Panda going to have to drop off. Oak Assassin peeks through the smoke, going to be able to grab the first one, and then the Haunt is going to peek him out. Really nice spot from Fade right there, and that's just going to set them up to immediately run through with this pistol. Ninja Panda looking for anything, but Valpo just kind of stalled way too early on that site, not being able to walk in after that ISO wall. It just gave them the 5 setup that they needed.
And that might be a bit of a trade-off here, because we saw them the past 2 maps opting for no duelist and double initiator, so they might be a bit more used to having more util to try to clear these angles, trying to force himself to the site with those 2 initiators. But hopefully that duelist is able to pick up a little bit where of slack they're used to. Yeah, they're used to having with that double initiator. ISO not quite having as much information gathering, of course, being on the duelist role, but is able to clear a lot of those corners, cover them off with his shield, take some aggressive peeks. So we're gonna see if he's able to kind of fill that gap a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, we'll see the comps slowly start to evolve. That almost was a crazy shot.
We see 2 outlaws on the other team. And
the fact that Jelly didn't shoot that was insane. Yeah,
buying outlaws in the second round is so good too, as somebody who wins the first round, because generally your opposition doesn't have armor.
Yeah, because it turns into a thing where
it turns into an op.
Yeah, a quick shot right there. Yeah. But now, obviously, you're going to have the mix smoke out here. You have a setup, and you're going to have Suki coming in through mid, so you're going to have to at least care for that a little bit as a 4v5 trying to enter onto this site. Hopefully, I think biggest thing right now is, there's the outlaw shot right there, instantly topping off. Not a headshot, but not really all you need. Oak Assassin played it close right with the Bucky right there, and it's actually going to find almost 2 right there. But Phoenix, nice right click. Jelly with the shot, and I mean, the gun advantage is just really rough for Valpo trying to go in.
These outlaws for second round, they can be pretty risky to go for.
30 seconds left.
But when your opponents don't have armor, they just turn into 2-shot ops.
Yep. Yeah,
and that can be so impossible to fight, especially on a map like Pearl here with longer sight lines. Having effectively a quote-unquote round 2 off can be so devastating to try to challenge.
Yep. So I think now the answer is when you're not on when they're on a bonus, and you are not, right, when you're buying out, you really have to win out, right? You have the armor now to be able to peek through the outlaws. Obviously, you can't change a head tap, but, like,
Yeah.
point being is that you're less at risk in these kind of fights. So, hopefully, Valpo going to be able to get the comp to work for them right now, because first 2 rounds, you know, once you lose that first one, you're on a bonus. Or, excuse me, not on a bonus. You get the buyout in the second one, so they kind of cascade into each other. But really, 3rd round, 4th round, and on is where you start to see these comps light up.
We see this Sky getting this timing of wrapping through mid so consistently. This is the 3rd time they've done it out of 3 rounds, getting that swing.
Yeah.
I believe.
Suki is just controlling this point. Ghost Voices is on site though, and they are actually going to get a complete clear A, and you see he signals the Valpo right now. They're going to have a rotate over. ISO still coming through mid, watching for that Sky, but it looks like they're going to be 4 rotating right back here. You hear the footsteps, you have to be careful. Yeah, you get the smokes up right there, you're going to be able to sneak right through it. So this is a good spot for Valpo. You hear at least 2, 3 people. Chamber is going to be walking through very close here. Oh, you hurt. There it is. Oh, he misses the shots right there. And in a scramble, Ghost Voices is going to win that off with the gun advantage. Gamer Film still on point, does have the smoke out. It is going to be a 3v4 with the spike planted up. Fade spot, going to be able to find one. You do have combat sin slowly going away, so there's the double peek. The heal up for Gecko right there. Bandwagon's going to get the first peek, so it's going to be a 3v3. Ghost Voices is kind of cornered on this site. It's really going to be up to Moto on the swing. Finds one, but he doesn't swing fast enough. They just get pushed on without moving too much there. Valpo not really challenging the angles they need to.
Wow. 0.23 seconds away from being able to stall that point out.
Almost got it.
If he would have gotten that pick on that last person, they were vulnerable, but not barely being able to knock it down.
Yeah, it's just rough, but Valpo looking to try and get back on their feet. You know, Ninja Panda Gamer Films just not having the greatest start here, quite frankly. So hopefully, as they get rid of this bonus round, the issue is now One-Eyed Willie is having an op, and then that op is going to push him into ult eventually. Like, you have to try and shut down one of these longs, and Pearl is just such a good op map.
Oh yeah, I mean this super long sight line on B long here is so difficult to challenge when they have things like, you know, a chamber. Yep. Especially a chamber holding an op is so dangerous. But opting to not even peek it, I like that decision.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, have to try and make a choice here, but
Got scouted with the Skydog, and man, we see this gun differential here.
Good shout out. We gotta peek it. There we go. You take at least a little bit of a...
Did some damage, even the fight up a little bit. Didn't take any in retaliation. That's what's important.
Yep.
We force him back. We see some of the rotations fade coming in through B here.
There's the walk up right there. Ninja Panda actually winning it off, so that is a Vandal.
Get a gun.
Yeah, they're gonna give it off to somebody here.
Who did get that Vandal? No one yet.
Okay, it looks like, yeah. I was about to say,
give it to the duelist.
Give it to ISO. Because ISO's one of the rare duelists that needs kills to cascade him, right? Like,
yeah.
It's not so much that he has good util coming in, but he's strongest after a hit. So,
and there's the op counter.
Ooh. Okay, you see it.
There it is in action.
Yeah, there's the trade-off right there, because now you're kind of just stuck in harbor though. Like this is the rough part, is you are 4-man in this harbor. Here comes Moto coming out the gate. 10 seconds left. Oak Assassin gonna be able to trade that off. You are gonna get the plant off, so Valpo in an okay spot. Missed the shot out on Suki. Ninja Panda dying. I bandwagon also picking off that one. At least trading out, so it's gonna be a 2v1. You pick up the Vandal. Gotta slow down a little bit. Yeah. It's rough. I mean, you're getting hit with the util there. Not really much you can do. Getting punched from both sides. Moto at least taking out 3 on the bonus, right?
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. Like, anything to try to slow down their econ here, right? Like, at this point, you need those small wins to claw yourself back into even footing.
Yep.
So we're gonna actually see a timeout started from Moto here.
This goes here.
So, I think it's a good time for a timeout, right? Like those first 3 rounds in Valo are incredibly important, right? You have your pistol round, which sets you up for your buy round if you win it, which whoever wins the first round is expected to win the second.
Yeah.
And then you have your bonus round. So losing all of those, that could be pretty darn impactful on the momentum there. We saw them have to go into another round with an extreme weapon disadvantage. So they're gonna have to go into another one here where they probably won't have the money for a full buy. So taking a timeout here, like chill, it's all right. Similar thing happened the first game and you won that one. So
I wouldn't expect, honestly, Valpo making too much of a switch up when it comes to decision making, because they've gotten on the point, they've entered in, and these rounds are going to 2, going to 1. Right? They're not the 5-0 flawless sweeps that we saw from last map, but it's more so just you just gotta slow down, right? Like a lot of Valpo, like we're getting picked off in mid, and then we have to rush like site after not getting any picks, and it's kind of all beating us senseless. Excuse me, it's beating us senseless because then we're just walking straight into it. So hopefully, the slowdown's gonna be big for us. Be able to change it up a little bit. And Southern Nazarene is just trying to keep it as strong as they can. There's the hello.
Yeah, that early op is gonna be so strong for getting a pick. Now Valpa has to play with a man disadvantage.
Yeah, I mean they're split up. They still got 2 over A. You see, Suki's still holding that mid peak. So I think if Ghost Voices wants to walk into it, he's gonna have to wait for at least his team to push up a little bit, give Cypher a chance to get in range.
Smoke's resonating.
There's a good smoke, but yeah, Suki's holding deep into it. Peek now. There's the blind to try and get any kind of util, but Ghost Voices with the swing out afterwards. That peak.
That's a concuss.
It's gonna be 4v4. Util was work out on chamber here. Alright, Fatal, it's gonna tag 3. ISO does have the shield though, so you do have the double tap shield. If there's time to peek it, you want to move now. Even though through the Fatal, Motomoto's going to be able to drop the plant with ISO in the backline. Jelly breaks the shield with 2-tap right there and actually going to win that gunfight against Phoenix. Nice shot from Gamerfilm. There's the ult as well, being able to drop it. I like it. There it is. Now it's the time to slow down. Now's the time to really slow down. You have time, like, advantage. Ghost Voices just peeks out into Jelly. Kind of stuck in a bad spot. Motomoto still on the corner. Gamerfilm's being careful to not make a sound. Really nice right there, but Motomoto just holding the wrong spot right there, and Jelly instantly popping on the site. And now they know that he's coming around the corner. Jelly with a 4K. Man. I mean,
that was a lot better, though. It was good. It got it on site. Almost got it. Played it real smart. Just not quite winning the gunfights they need to.
Yeah.
Which is alright. Like, if you're gonna lose in one way, at least you aren't doing anything super wrong. Like, your strategy isn't going haywire. It's just gotta be a little calmer on the trigger, and try to take those gunfights. You gotta stop trying to take the risky ones, because this chamber's been able to keep this op for a while.
It's just rough because you're on site with an advantage, but with how many like staggered 1v1s we're taking, it really doesn't feel like it.
Yeah.
Like we were up, 3-2 on that site going in there, and it just did not pan out for us. So
these guys are gonna go for the same mid peak.
there it is.
Wow. Still able to go through the ISO shield with a quick double tap.
And Ninja Pen is just not feeling it right now. There's going straight through the ISO shield and not being able to win that out as well. Cover Suki. Getting all they need, quite frankly, from that peak. They're just gonna back up.
Yep. All you're looking for is information, right? Like when you have such a main advantage, just knowing where one person is on the map can tell you so much, because you just have more people, you have more eyes.
Yeah. So now, I mean, there's a sneak around the corner. They're looking to try and rotate. I wonder if they're gonna go through mid or if they're just gonna go through long B here, because they really haven't contested B long.
Looks like they're gonna try to go through mid here at the rotate based on the pings on the map from Valpo's side.
Pinging all the corners, make sure they know. But Suki, yeah, I mean, now they're set back up, right?
They've had the time to spread out. They can cover pretty much every entrance. Goes down here.
Spike down mid.
Another 1-for-1 trade.
I mean, do we pop the res here? It's still a man disadvantage even if we do.
Honestly, at this point you do, because being honest, Ninja Panda didn't res like all last game. So I think if you do, that's the time to pop it. But now you take the peek.
It's the
10
pick.
seconds left.
Drop the wall. I mean, if you're looking for a post plant this off and you gotta get back, but Jelly just walks straight
there
on the
it is.
fight right there.
I mean, that's a really well-timed waylay dash, right? Like,
Yep.
You're so low on time, you either have to cancel the plant if you want to try to kill the waylay, but if you cancel the plant, you run out of time.
Yeah. So Southern Nazarene, 6 out currently. They have just strung it together. They cannot be stopped right now.
Quite the dominant performance here, right here. But we're gonna see if Valpo can turn it around, right? This is nothing that Valpo University has not seen before. Valpo Esports has seen these situations before and come out victorious.
Sure.
So we're gonna see if we can turn it around.
Yeah, no, just gotta take a look. But I Wagon and Jelly kind of being the standouts right now. Suki as well.
Every choice matters.
It's really rough because you're not winning the gunfights over mid, and then your util is not getting you onto site on a point to the point that, or excuse me, to the fact that it's like you gotta win somewhere, right?
Exactly, yeah. But we're gonna see them try to slow creep up A, using the cipher cam to try to clear those angles just in case. Don't want to burn the initiator util quite yet on such a shallow corner. Cipher cam is gonna be up here soon anyway. They don't know it yet, but it's only one person really holding down A. Since for Sky to rotate over, it's gonna be fairly...
Listen to this.
And here comes the quick execute.
Here it is. Harbor gonna try and just delay anything, but the ISO is going straight.
The Harbor wall's gonna come in.
The ult's actually gonna be able to slow him down. You shut off this whole ult, you at least give him time for rotate. And this is why they had him solo on site right here. Game of Thrones gonna be able to trade out. It's gonna be 2 for 2. Still sitting on site. Valpo with the setup and 3 down. You're gonna have 2 in the backside, and Game of Thrones is holding close on the spike, being able to hold this left corner. A nice camp spot as well is gonna be able to peek to the corner. The fade is not gonna be able to catch it.
You do have ISO ult here, so you can't always wait for them to try to touch the spike, but you need to be in an advantage point to try it.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a 2v2 right here, quite frankly. Yeah, now's the time you pop ISO ult.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, no.
He killed the one person in ISO ult, but
He has to try to get on spike, and he has to stick it.
And now you killed.
You got off.
There it is.
There it is.
Nice. And the op goes down as well.
That's
Very
big.
well played. Very well played.
Nice. Loses the op, gets the round win, turn the momentum around. And all we had to invest in that was ISO ult, which honestly isn't the most impactful. It's good, but I mean,
we also put mix ult in. We also
that's true. We did invest mix ult. Yes.
But I mean, two
hey,
ults
it worked,
to break
right?
the 6th round. Yeah,
it worked.
Hell, drop 4 ults. I don't care.
Yeah, we
just
need,
break
we
the
need this
round.
momentum around.
Exactly. Yeah, you need to be able to kill the op. Like at the end of the day, because now One Eye Willie is playing and bought another op, and
But he has
it's
200
risky.
credits
Exactly.
left.
You shut him down this turn. If he dies this turn and they can't pick up the op, his econ is messed up. Like
Yeah.
it's destroyed. So
We do see here on the mini map here, they don't quite know it yet, but Waylay was creeping up on that flank. We see Sky peeking as well. It's once again only one person on A site, and if they go quick, it's gonna be slow on rotation.
this time Harbor does not have ult to slow down.
That's true.
So-
They also did burn some util. They burned Harbor and Waylay ult,
There
so
it is.
they also used it.
Yep, it's time to go. The hit in the back actually is going to be able to spot that. Ghost
There
Voice
goes
is
the
winning
Harbor
the shot.
quick
Here it is.
execute. They're not in position to try to retake this site
Nice.
yet.
They changed up the plants as well. You saw Sky peek the normal spot for the plant, but wasn't able to find anything. The ISO going through. Actually going to tag 3 people to be vulnerable there, but Jelly still wins out the shot with a headshot. Suki being able to get that Ghost Voice. You just have to slow it down, but not in the spot. They just instantly took a fight right after. Now Jelly's going to swing that. Finds the first one right there. Fade spot is going to get there around the corner, and One Eyed Willie with the op there. Going to fish it out. We had the post plant. We just kept peeking it.
Yeah.
You got to just stop peeking it.
Sometimes for post plant, when you have those fast executes, that your adrenaline's running high and you want to keep going, you want to keep rushing, you want to overheat. But I mean, it's called overheat for a reason, man. Like you don't want to go too far in because once you get on site and you get control of that space, you want to keep it.
Yep.
You push too far out and you die. Now your team, in the back of their mind, they see that alley that you died in, and now that's contested ground. They don't know whether it's safe or not, so they're forced to back up. They're basically forced to concede that space, and when you fought so hard to get onto that space, conceding is the last thing you want to do.
Yeah. Oh, most definitely. So, I mean, now Vi phases up. You can see how Valpo wants to play this Ghost Voices. They're having the Cypher set up over on B side, but they're also lurking to it. So they got trips on both. I think, honestly, it's just, you know, you're trying to track both your options here. You're trying to keep it flexible. But
Bit of a strange econ. Like one person, the ISO did full buy, but everyone else got pistols.
I think the idea for this is they need ISO to peek the operator long. They need ISO to be able to threat the op long, right? Because they're trying to enter the B site. So if you have a Vandal up, right, you're sitting in a spot to where you can at least threaten it with the first shot, and that's what we're talking about. That's why you pick that up. So
exactly,
now
that's just what you were talking about, having this ISO with the Vandal being the only one on the team to full buy.
Ghost Voices with a kill in the classic as well over this mid. Oh, it's not gonna be a free gun. Yeah, Bandwagon's just waiting for that right there, and you're gonna drop the ult out of Gecko right here. It does get shot down, but you at least spot where they're shooting it from. You're gonna be able to drop the wall out. You do only have Sheriffs to the side, so again, you're still playing at a gun disadvantage. Harvard peeking this happen here. Gotta see what they want to play. Gamer Films playing around here. Right, Phoenix and Gecko holding screens. Ninja Panda with the first shot right there, and Valpo is now starting to win their gunfights. It's gonna be a 4v2 on this retake with the spike up. Again, play it slow. They have not shown anything. One jumped on the site. Now you can collapse on Harbor. Yeah, you see the peak right there, but Suki winning out that first shot. It's gonna be a 3v2. Harbor walking around the corner, at least gonna go 1-for-1 right there. Gonna pick up a primary for Ninja Panda. Ninja Panda with 2 kills right here, taking down the tracker as well. It's still a 2-for-1.
We got a bit of a crossfire here. Like they've lost. They've lost this point.
Why?
I thought that final bullet hit.
Yeah,
you can't be that confident.
Anything out of
you can't be that confident, right? Like you need to see the body fall.
Yeah, it's one of those where that's one that you play literally only if they tap it, because you're at a thrifty round. Like you didn't buy. So Ninja Panda could have kept the Spectre there, at least could have kept something going, but now has to full buy again, and the econ is just in a rough spot, right? So now you're playing again at a risk of a 500 instead of a bonus round that you could have had. But I digress. Round's over, right? No need to dwell on it, right? Valpo putting together a win. So 7-2, and it's still possible to be able to push this to 7-5.
Yeah, and hitting tab here, we have the advantage. Saw the chamber not buy a gun. He had his ult ready, so he's gonna have it off either way. Trade. Provided a corpse for the Cypher.
I was about to say I like the idea that Bandwagon has, but I don't think he took into account that Cypher's there, because that peak, like you said, when it goes down, yeah, Phoenix right there is gonna be able to peek it, but the issue is now you're down on the shield, down on double tap. You don't have it coming back up here. And now, yeah, you're just going to have to rotate. No point in contesting that. You at least tag the operator and the TP there. So,
yeah.
Good decision.
You've locked down where the operator is, because the chamber has done a good job of mixing up what corners he's hiding around, of what corners he's covering at the ops. And now that you've locked down where he is, you can now try to go somewhere else.
I'm concussing.
Don't come long. I like this. Somebody's got people.
Interesting with that smoke. It looks like they are still committing to the site here.
Yeah, they've been holding these, but they're not finding. Like, at least the healing's gonna go up. So this is a good spot for Mix. Mix is getting a lot of usage out of this right now. Gonna be able to combat stand up 2 with the teammates. One-Eyed Willie, they just tried to re-enter through the site. Ghost Voice is gonna be able to get one, but it's gonna be a 3v2 going onto the site. Here comes the dash out of Jelly as well. Phoenix is just in an awkward spot. Goes the flash out of Sky, not going to be able to find it, peeking to the corner, and yeah, Ghost Voice is, Phoenix is just stuck in such a weird spot that Ghost Voice is the only one trying to peek back.
I still think like a rotation over to A would be better. You know the op is sitting on B, especially it being ult, like Chamber's ultimate op. You don't really want to push into that too much. You don't want to give him that value.
Yeah.
I mean, we had the advantage of being able to hit tab and see that he didn't have a secondary gun, but he would have had to try to retake with an op if he was if they had just gone A. Would have still been difficult, right? Like, you still have people to push through, but it's the same on B. You still have people to push through, so I feel like trying to rotate over might have been a better play. Going for a full eco round. That's a nasty little setup.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
We saw them use it as well. There was another setup on B that they had. So this player just likes Fade on this map. I get it.
I mean, Fade's a good agent. Like, Fade's one of the more popular agents just in general for people to play.
We're seeing, I mean, it's a lot of utility pop that out. It definitely slowed Valpo. Now they're not up at this orb. Bandwagon is like sitting in the corner, and here comes the Fatal, because I think they're fighting over the orb. Right, so you pop the Fatal, and even though it doesn't get anything, yeah, just stuck out with the util right there. The shot through the wall. One-Eye really didn't be able to get that. The trap ladder being triggered for Valpo. on their rotate, so you get a little bit of space. But yeah, now's the time where they're gonna start closing it in. And kind of just squeeze it a little bit because Suki is holding this spot right here. Here comes the flash out. Moto at least being able to clear the distance. Phoenix getting the kill out. Gonna be able to pick up the weapon off this. Yeah, there's the Vandal. You tag one through the corner. The blind isn't gonna be able to take out Willie, but
forcing the plant default.
yeah, you just gotta get it down at this point.
Last player standing.
But the peek out and the gun at disadvantage is just a little bit rough. Swings the second one, not gonna be able to find it. Willie with a 4K and the defuse here. And I mean, that's going to be huge for him getting his ult back. He's going to be 5.
Yeah, he's already almost got his ult back, which is just Chamber with another op.
Yep.
On Pearl. He's being allowed
Last
to cycle
round
these
in the
ults
half.
with... He's being able to cycle these ults with the rounds that he's being able to afford an op.
Yeah, yeah. And even though it is last round, right, we just saw him 4K, so an orb and 2 kills is not out of the question. But, anyways.
Yeah. But, I mean, this is also going to be, like, where realistically Southern Nazarene's comp is going to be the strongest, right? Like they have the Chamber to hold down B. They have Harbor Harbor's just the smokes man.
Yeah.
He's just got all the smokes in the world. So like being able to challenge that now when the rounds are swapped, they're gonna have to push into you, which is gonna give them a little bit more advantage. The Chamber's gonna have to try to peek into you. The Harbor's gonna have to use his walls a bit more preemptively. So see if that change is gonna be able to matter.
The Waylay ult coming around the side as well is immediately going to pop out. Waylay with a double kill right there. They're going to try and force themselves back into the site, but the slow is just way too strong right there. Goes for it, at least going to be able to trade out one. 2 being low health on that side, but the Harbor just dropping ult. Still going to get the kill through it, but then the shorty finishing off. Valpo going down 10-2 as we swap into this half.
Switching sides.
Not the position you want to be in.
Yeah, I think Southern Nazarene has kind of found their comp realistically. Like they now first round they got off to a little shaky start, right? First map, but they are just holding down every angle, right? Like they're rarely losing gunfights. They're playing their fights together. Like a lot of the times they're peeking as 2. Rarely are you gonna find them taking weird off angles or like one-sided peaks. They're just playing very calculated here, and you got to give them credit. I mean, it's working, right? Being up 10-2.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing I do want to point out with Southern Nazarene is these agent variety. We've seen 3 different maps, 3 different comps. If you look at Valpo, this is the first time we've seen any agent swap, and it's a pretty minor change on the comp. But for Southern Nazarene, they've been swapping up comps left and right.
Yeah. And instantly pushing. Suki has just been on fire this round. Like, granted, a lot of them have been on fire this round. Moto, just being able to trade out one as 2 enter into backside bandwagon, being able to trade that out.
Spike planted.
It's going to be a 3v4 playing into post plant with the retake. The chip out right there. Sage. I don't know if they have heal up. I don't think they do. But,
no, they do not.
Yeah. All those drop their jelly, winning out that shot again, and now, I mean, you're playing just the 1v4. At least able to drop out and get one, but man, they are just winning every fight here.
Yeah, I mean, they've shown their prowess on pistol rounds, right? Valpo has had a notoriously tough time trying to beat a pistol round against Southern Nazarene today. And that's a real reposition to be in, trying to fight this pistol round record when you're down 11-2 now.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially now that they've won this round, they're going to be able to buy better guns. We once again see the Outlaw coming out, and we actually see a forced Vandal.
Time's up. Okay. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's going to be real rough when we're low. We did see some of Valpo opting to actually buy shields more so than guns.
Oh, he missed the shot.
The
Yeah. Outlaw's just going to be able to finish that off. Phoenix not going to... not holding down that, and now Valpo's... having to try and deal with a B attack again. Harbor already with ult. Crazy. Like, Harbor already having ult here. It's insane being able to use that, so...
This Harbor pick has actually done them so much wonders. Look at the versatility, the angles that he's able to cut off with his wall. I mean, what are you going to do against all these short, close angles? Like they just have better guns than you fighting this.
Yeah, and immediately
And
fading
in comes the
util.
flank actually.
Yeah, so he's been able to get that one, and Valpo is just completely falling behind now because it's a slaughter. I mean, you can see how aggressively South Nazarene is playing. They are just running straight through Valpo's comp. The moment they got that first pick, they 5-man rotated over to the corner, and it's gonna be match point now.
All right, now shake it off, Valpo. Like,
Yep.
that's the thing, right? Like, it's so easy to get mentally just drained,
Yeah.
especially after this game followed by the last one. Oh my word, it's so easy to get mentally. Don't let yourself count. Don't count yourself out.
Yeah.
You've already taken one game. Even if they win this, they're only up 1-2.
So I'm tripping. Harbor's ult has been glitched, I think, for the past 2 rounds.
Yes.
Whoops. Yeah, if we check it right here, or at least
Yeah, it's showing
glitched
that he
for this
showing
round.
that he used it this round, but in fact he has not.
Yeah. So I don't think he's I don't think he popped. I think he just had Harbor.
That's an
wall up,
interesting
but-
decision, trying to hold back in that tunnel with a
Spike
Bucky.
planted.
That's a long range angle you're peeking there.
Yep. They are gonna get decayed here. Ghostface is at least gonna survive through it here. They're not gonna push this because they already have the plant. They already have the plant. And you can see, even winning the light gunfights, they're still playing slow. Like they're walking S2 right here. Gamer Films, I think, gets jump scared off his keyboard and doesn't even react to the 2 people.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna be one down.
That seemed like a startle hand off the mouse kind of moment.
Yeah, and Valpo falling down in the 3rd map here, right? This is a best of 5, so
Yes.
it's not over yet. So just gotta take a breather, take a refresh, be able to get back into it. But
Yeah, at the end of the day, like how many rounds they won over you at the end of the day doesn't matter. It's just 2-1.
yeah,
Just because they won 13-2, it's the exact same as if they won 13-12.
yeah. This is finals. Game differential does not matter.
Exactly.
Like we are playing for that very, very end number. So hopefully Valpo are gonna be able to make a couple of corrections, move into this game. We are gonna take a slight break in the booth here, and we will catch you guys at the start of game 4 of this series. And we are back, ladies, gentlemen, and enemies, for the start of our map 4 of this Valpo Championship NECC Valorant series. I'm your host, Adam. I'm here with my co-host,
CQ9, and we are here in for round 4, or map 4, sorry, with the past 2 rounds being a little bit of a rough showing here from Valpo, losing those 2 past rounds pretty heavily in the round count, with quite a few of those rounds still being close, but the numbers don't look too great.
Yeah. No.
But hey, we took the first map, and we are making some shakeups here in the compositions. On the side of Valpo, we have Ghost Voices actually picking up the role of the duelist. Last round, it was Phoenix with the Neon on Lotus, a strong map for this hero, or this agent, sorry. Back on the Brim off of the Mix, onto the Teo as well off of the Gecko, and back on to the Sky. So you are seeing a swap up back to only 1 Sentinel, which is, on the face of it, a little surprising. You're going to a map with 3 planting sites as opposed to 2. Kind of strange to go down a Sentinel, but this gives them a little bit more flexibility on the offense, because we've seen that Valpo's been struggling a lot on the offense. And this way it might allow them to clear some more corners. We have 2 kind of drone initiators being able to clear these corners, of which there are a lot on Lotus. And yep. Cypher can kind of hunker down 1 site on his own, so that kind of just leaves everyone else, the other 2, does allow for some flexibility in where you position on the map.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, hopefully you're going to swap it up a little bit, but Southern Nazarene also switching it up just a teensy bit. They're swapping out their, they're swapping out their chamber, throwing in an ISO in the mix, giving themselves at least a double duelist, right? You know, Lotus being a 3-point map, like all 3-point maps, it is very offensive heavy, right? It's very offensively skewed because the defense has to try and plan towards 3 setups. It's less so than like you would think a Haven or such, right? In the sense that like Cypher still has a setup, but in the same way, you know, knowing that it's an offensive map, they're just speccing straight into it. And quite frankly, they've won by being aggressive, because they're immediately going to 5-man push the C site. There's a pop out. The dog's going to hit through the corner. Dog on dog action, walking straight through there. But the trip art getting triggered right there. And Moto going to be able to at least molly out to the top, and there, just 2 in straight of Phoenix, trying to heal up the team, but just not having the gun out. Going to get picked off right there. Could be a 4v5 here. Peeking down to the corner. Oh, does drop down. Getting the triple kill right there. Moto grabs 2, and then Ghost Voice is going to be able to dash through. It's going to be a 4v3 here. One Eye Willie trading it out. Moto with a triple kill. Now a 2v2 coming onto the site. You don't have really the health, though. Suki with the double. And now you have Ninja Panda spotted and trying to work through the side. Here comes the drone. Going to be able to pop up. Not get the scan off, though. And Suki with a 3K there. Finishing off that round. And again, another pistol round going to Southern Nazarene.
I don't, man, like what can you swap up here? Because you know you gotta split your resources here so much. That's what you're talking about on Lotus. These three planting spots being so attacker favored, because the defenders are spread so thin. And it's like do you try to hard read a full commit, because they just full on quick execute onto C, and it was just so difficult to challenge because the rotations are coming from so far away.
Yeah. I mean, now you're seeing, again, this is the strategy on Lotus, is you go as fast as you can. Oh, and he just needed to hold it a little bit longer. You didn't have any peek there. It's a little bit more trigger discipline. Probably could have earned him a kill there, but at least popping out the ISO shield. The issue is that the ISO got the refresh now, and now you're fully on site. It's going to be a 3v5 and the gun disadvantage trying to play this out. So you're going to drop some smokes, but there's Jelly instantly peeking long. Right there, the flash is going to be able to grab 2. Jelly at least does die to the 2 shots. They're going to be able to pick up the gun there. Yeah, Moto grabbing that, but One Eye Willie with the first shot right there, and they just all 3 swing at the same time. That's going to be a double for One Eye and 1 for Bandwagon. And they are up 2-0 right now, and going to be playing into a bonus round like we've seen the last 2 maps.
Yeah, the Southern Nazarene has been so strong in these pistol rounds, and it's really like it's been setting the pace. It's been putting momentum so heavily in their favor just by them just winning the pistol rounds, because they win the first 3,
Yep.
Then their econ is so in their favor, so then they generally win the next two just based on being able to afford better guns, and it just snowballs from there. And the econ gets tougher and tougher to fight.
Smoke's down.
Yeah.
Stim beacon down.
It slowly is moving, but instantly jumping in right there. The shot right there is not actually going to kill Moto Moto. So he's going to be able to get the Yuta off.
Spike planted.
Grenade is live.
I don't think, yeah, Sky is in kind of a separated spot, but a nice peek from Ninja Panda. He's going to go 1 for 1 there. Swing around the corner, Phoenix grabs 1, but 2 are instantly going to drop right there. Moto Moto actually wins it out, so it's going to be a 1v2. Yeah, this is winnable for Valpo. They just have to peek at the same time. You know this guy has, let's go, set up over the plant, right? There's instantly peeking it right there. Suki going to have to swing around the corner. Probably going to have to just spray right through. Doesn't know that he's sticking it, and that's going to be a nice defuse
That's
right
a win.
there. Yeah.
That gets the momentum back, right? Like Valpo, these past 2 maps that they've lost have been so determined by the early rounds. These early pistol rounds, getting that bonus round win in, has been so crucial to Nazarene getting that massive momentum snowball. And being able to put a stop to it right now, right here on round 3, on their bonus round, is huge. Because if you hit tab here, you're going to see it through the Brim UI here. The guns are pretty equal. Fairly equal. You can see Nazarene has a bit more of a econ buy with the Waylay on a Bucky, but you know it's a Waylay. That's kind of expected, you know.
The big thing though, after winning that round, right, is the fact that if you win this round, you don't have a diminished return, right? They don't have money saved up for the bank. You are making them force a save, right? So peeking out right there, Gamer Films getting aggressive, going to be able to go 1 for 1 off that. Dropping the spike, but you've at least spotted them now and giving Valpo time to move in. Right, so that's, again, another gun disadvantage that you've just killed out. So these kind of 1 for 1 trades are not the worst for you. The stim beak is going to drop down. Ghost Voice is probably going to peek around this corner. You have 1 going deep here. The ISO, going to be able to pop off, but not grab anybody as Phoenix dies instantly. Jelly gets the... Excuse me, Jelly goes down. Actually, sorry, Ghost Voices was the one grabbed in the ISO. Actually won the ISO fight, but then the rest of the team just kind of got pushed away. So Valpo not being able to find that kill there and push it with the ultimate advantage. Southern Nazarene is just going to take advantage of it.
And that's one of the main benefits of an ISO ult, right? Like, yeah, it puts you into a 1v1, which you can lose, which might on its face of it seem like kind of a bad ultimate, right? Like you could die in your ult, but what it really does, its main strength, is being able to basically kidnap somebody off the site.
Yep.
You kidnap somebody out of position, which generally the defensive line is banking on somebody there, acting like the eyes being there.
Yeah.
So if you yoink that person out of that position, you can push in and it can really mess with their setup.
Yeah, it's such a good strength knowing that ISO ult goes through walls. Right? Yeah. You don't have to put yourself at danger at all to pull people off the wall, right? And that's a big draw of ISO ult.
In fact, it's better to do that because the place that you were when you activate ult is marked, so people could basically spawn camp you.
Yeah. Now Ghost is going to walk through. Does get traded out though. You do have Cypher deep, and Cypher actually just going to spray transfer right there, pick off 2. Valpo now fighting a 3v5 onto this point. The spike is down over at B.
I know exactly.
There's the flash right there. Cypher ping is going to pop off, but quite frankly, didn't even need it. That's going to be a flawless round for Southern Nazarene, and they are just steamrolling through these rounds.
Yeah, and a lot of that did actually seem to come down to the gun difference.
Badasses we figured they'd be.
Because,
that's not nice, Waylay.
Yeah, that's not very nice.
Come on. You didn't have to say that.
Yeah, we at least see Gamer Films here opting to go down. They're forcing a full buy here. And, like, we see Gamer Films going all the way down to 0 credits just to hit this full buy.
Oh yeah.
This is gonna be a little bit of a gamble here. If they're able to win this round, it's gonna pay off big.
I'm wondering, yeah.
I'm wondering if that early drone kill is gonna draw any rotations. It doesn't seem like it's going to, which is good. Valpo doesn't want to give up space that quickly. And we actually see Teo going to go help his Neon try to hold down A.
To rotate, and it looks like Southern Nazarene is just trying to push over the C site. I think they're just worried about that first peak. After the shot on Moto Moto as well, they realized they're holding down E. So here comes the trackers out of Southern Nazarene. Pop to the corner. The Trapwire is actually going to grab that.
There's the
first kill.
first pick.
And the Cypher ult. That's
Cypher
going to be
ult
huge. The Waylay ult hits out. It is going to slow down one on the side of Valpo.
Was that
but,
Mix's ult as well? It was.
I think
There's
so, yeah.
Waylay and Mix ult coming in.
They really threw everything to try and get onto the site, and it is going to result in at least one kill. Ghost Horses dies in back site, so now Valpo. Teo has Teo on rotate here. Slow it down a little bit. Yep, gonna group with Gamer Films and then swing this S2. This is definitely their best shot. Teo bumping around the corner. You do have the cam up. Ninja Panda at least gonna be able to trade off one. Hits the shot again, and now it's gonna be a 1v3. Ninja Panda also spotted as well. Gonna have to try and find something.
Yeah, he's looking to save here, try to keep that econ a little bit. Because again, we did force a full buy here.
Yep. I mean,
So
there's the
looks to be trying to hunt for an exit pick.
This
Gets the exit pick and leave. Yep, gets the exit pick, runs away, wants to keep this Vandal.
Yep.
It's sad that you have to give up a round for that, but to a certain extent, giving one round up here to have a better econ is gonna save you from getting outgunned 1, 2, 3 rounds in a row.
Yes. Yeah. You at least have some kind of thing to grip onto, right?
Yeah.
So save yourself a little bit of econ. Obviously, you can't save everybody around you, but you at least need your team moving in the correct direction.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, 10 seconds left on the clock. In the setup, still going with a similar spot. They're actually going to stack closer to A. I think they have Moto down mid, but this time he's not peeking to the attackers left of B.
Oh.
Okay, good jiggle peek. That's good, that's good. You're at least going to grab this here, spray through the smoke, not going to be able to find anything, but they are positioned up aggressively here. Moto can still threaten to shoot through this. I mean, it's not so much that you have the cleanest peek through this wall, but you can at least force people to look. You'll be able to heal that up. Here comes Waylay, and then the shot from Ghost Horse's wind is out. Oh, does get the pre-fire and actually a double kill right there. Really nice. Tries to peek through the corner. The Brimstone ult is going to be huge. Mix trying to just shut down this corner. You do effectively block in Valpo at least for a little bit, but you do shut it off. Wall not going to be able to cover the full thing, but it does get Ghost Voices straight through. The flash coming out as well, trying to cover, but Bandwagon wins off the shot in the back. Gamer Films going to be a 2v3 playing on this site with the spike up. 1v3 make that, and the setup is just a little too strong for Valpo. That shot from
there's
Phoenix,
the first
still
one.
playing it. Might be able to pull out another kill here. Just have to look close. Yeah, and Oak Assassin just too good of a spot right there. Really hard setup to try and play from that angle, and they are going to move this to 1-6.
I want to see this this Neon ult come out. You can use Neon ult a little bit like a Chamber ult and try to compensate for a more econ buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see a timeout actually coming in from Ghost Voices. I don't think this is a bad time for a timeout, right? This is very similar to timeouts we've seen in the other games. You're down a fair deficit, but you've got a fair chance that you got some econ built up. So let's take a break. Let's clear our heads and just get ready to have a good, clean fight without the past rounds in our heads, right? Like we want to just
give yourself the best shot.
Exactly.
You know, at the end of the day, it's not been working out, and quite frankly, it's not been working out for the past 3 maps.
Yeah.
But or not 3 maps, 2 maps. Excuse me. So you just have to try something new.
Yeah.
Just gotta give yourself space to, flex
calm your mind, calm your hands.
Yep.
Give yourself some time, cool off. Because I mean, this is a stressful time, right? Like you're sitting in championships, finals matches for NBC conference. Of course, the adrenaline's running high. But you gotta let it cool down. You gotta simmer down. Let yourself make smart choices.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna hop back into the game here. Hopefully, that was the breather that they needed.
Hopefully.
Give it a little bit of space, but it looks like Southern Nazarene's going to push through this mid here. Swap up their aggressive
Oh,
mode.
that is a...
Oh, gets grabbed.
And that's going to get
so
him on
let's see the
site,
1v1.
actually. They don't know it yet, but that full
He got a
on
classic.
site.
Nah, he almost won that with a classic.
He
That
almost
would've
won.
been crazy.
Wow. And in comes the Teo ult, actually, to slow this execution on the site.
Yeah, the steps there. Oak Assassin just winning up the gunfight. Bandwagon, and this is everything they wanted. You're instantly down 2 here. The flash is going to be huge as well, peeking this. We're going to see
With only classics.
Suki just walks to the side, and that's going to be a flawless round right after him. So Valpo obviously had a save. you're not expecting crazy win, but hopefully they don't let the flawless win kind of like kill their momentum that they took from timeout.
I mean, you know, it was still the round that they called the timeout, so, you know, the same setting and everything. Hopefully this reset helps them get a mental one, too.
Yeah.
Because they're going to need it, right? Like, but now it's time for ults to come online. We have Neon ult, which can either get you killed, or it can be a team wipe.
Yeah. It's one that you gotta speed out with. You just cannot get headshot on first dash. I feel like the moment that you get in with Neon ult, you're kind of set to at least pick off one or two.
I like that Molly.
Yeah. It was a good tag as well. The ISO wall's already out there. Gonna be 2 on site. You're still playing in a similar spot. I mean, Valpo just doesn't have any footing. And they're all 4 walking in the same spot. Like, yeah, Mix is gonna get so much usage out of this with the area control that he has. You just gotta flip it up a little bit. Gamer Film's holding the corner, but not gonna be able to find the peak. Oak Assassin does fall. So it is gonna be a 1-for-1. Ghost Voices takes a shot out here. There comes a 3 through the corner, and oh my goodness, they just all walked out and got obliterated there. They were not peeking the correct spot.
This is just what we needed.
Yeah, huge.
Does get one through the smoke, but hey, that's what we needed. That's a momentum shift.
Yeah, I think he thought that was the one on Spike, but so he peeked away right after it. But you know, obviously we got 4 bodies there. You got to do something. But hey, that is a round in Valpo's pocket. They needed that.
Absolutely. This is the momentum shift we've been hoping for. Like, we see the Econ is still in Nazarene's favor.
Yeah.
But Valpo has a little bit of a footing now.
Yeah.
They have a momentum shift. They won a round. This fast execute on B, they've now shown that they are able to stop it now. Because they were able to do that fast execute about 3 times in a row and just win the round. They've shown now that they have a way to stop it, which has making them switch it up.
Nice timing on the Cypher.
The more you make your opponent switch it up, the more chances they have to make a mistake.
Yeah, they're just gonna walk through here. Ghost Voices
I've got your
trying to hold this down. There comes the trackers out. I'm wondering when Ghost Voices wants to pop this ult. I'm guessing he's just waiting for an econ round. He's just waiting for some kind of save round. But I mean, there's all the util out. You're gonna hear him rotate back to the right side. Teo holding this wall right here, but Jelly is just holding that angle. Suki with a double kill right there. Been on fire this whole night. Quite frankly, like, definitely one of the standout plays right here as Phoenix gets 1, but it's just going to move us 2-8.
Did at least get 1. Try to take all the small wins you can get, right? Just that small hit to the econ. It can matter in the long run. You never know. Like the small hit to the econ, the ultimate point, you never know.
Yep. I mean, you gotta get anything you can, right? So Valpo being able to shut down a little bit, your econ's not the worst.
We're gonna see a neon ult is what it's gonna look like here. Going for more of an econ round.
It's one of those where if you're going for a neon ult, I'm gonna be honest, with the econ that you have, don't even buy the gun. Yeah, you gotta buy Cypher out. But it looks like they're just gonna try and peek this. It's just like a rough spot.
That camera sees most of them.
Cage triggered.
There's the shot out. I mean, one out of when he gets the first pick, but you're going to be able to get the trap wire out. Gamerfield's playing very patient here, letting them push in. Going to be able to dodge the blind, at least for Phoenix. Phoenix trying to send the dog out and tag out a little bit. Hello! The head peek right there is going to be big, but I mean, Valpo's now fighting a 1v3 in the plant there. Ninja Panda on the slow rotate. Gonna have to do a miracle here to be able to win this out.
Oh, they saw him
instantly. I mean, granted, they probably know he's coming there. He's been on that rotation for the past 3 times they planted C.
I mean, yeah, they've got 3 people. All 3 of them have ult too.
Yep.
This is gonna be a hard fight to try to take.
All missiles away.
Alright. You send out the util. Still trying to play it safe a little bit. What I'm wondering here is if Ninja Panda is waiting for, you know, a pick to present itself, or if he is gonna make a play here. And looks like he's just going for a make a play. But that's gonna move us 2-9. I mean, we're sitting on last round.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would have tried to
one.
make a play, because I mean, even if you kill him, like, I know I've been mentioning like the small hits to the econ, but that's all it would be. It'd be a small hit to the econ.
Yeah.
Look at the amount of money they have on their side compared to Valpo.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing.
These games have basically been decided by the first 4 rounds.
Yeah.
Just because they've been able to build up econ, and they've been able to just keep that momentum through of just, we have better guns than you, we have better guns than you, over and over and over and over.
We at least have Neon ult.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
but
saying?
we've had Neon ult for like 3-4 rounds. We just haven't popped it.
Yeah.
Like it does get to a point where like, how long do you want to hold it until you could have built another one?
And what I'm worried about is that he's not gonna pop it.
Yeah.
Like I'm worried he's gonna wait
I'm
too long
worried
and
he's
not
gonna
pop
find.
it.
I'm worried he's gonna find this cipher trip, and it's gonna make him not want to pop it.
I think you popped this. And there we go. Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, gonna be able to run that. Waylay ult is coming on point, but you're gonna be able to beam down one.
Spike planted.
Still picking the corners. I like this from Ghost Voices. Gonna be able to walk that. The mix ult is up as well. Yep. Pull back out the ult and just start sliding. Wow. I don't know what the idea of pulling behind the wall is, or pulling the ult back there, but he can kill the outlaw in the scramble. It's gonna be a 2v3 on site. They do have setup here. The flash is gonna be big and the peak right there. There's the tag as well on Gamer Films. Having to remove that, and now you're gonna see the three of them are going to close up on him.
Oh, the
Here comes
cipher ult, the solo cipher ult is so devastating.
Yep. I mean, you
Solo
can't,
cipher ult basically just removes any chances you have of trying to get a
Switching
sneaky pick.
sides.
Yeah.
We do get the side swap here, but it might just simply be too little too late.
It's just rough. I think Valpo's gotta, it's series point, So I'm not gonna say save your mental. I think now's the time to mental boom.
Yeah, now-
if you do what
now's
you
the
gotta
time.
do.
And hey, if you mental boom, that's a mix up.
Yep.
They might not expect it.
Yep.
If it all of a sudden starts working, don't stop.
Just get angry at this point because this is all you got. There's no other shot, right? They got 3 rounds to win. So
Hey, you get mad, you get the adrenaline pumping. It's been a long night. Maybe you need some of that adrenaline back in your system.
yeah, you literally need to win triple their rounds to take this away. So
Yeah.
in order to do that, dude, you gotta throw something at the wall here, but we're gonna see pistol round. This is where it gets started. You need to win this round, being honest. Like, you cannot afford to lose
And
this
that's a
round.
good start.
That is a great start.
Stim beacon down.
Here comes a sim beacon as well. They're gonna try and keep this door open instead of rotate through B site. They just rather not deal with the flash. The flash is gonna be huge though, and you can see the rotate back from the corner, and I think they just made the wrong decision, but you gotta live with it now because Ninja Panda with the double. It is going to be a 2v3 here.
Yeah, and this is a rough spot because since they all came through door, they know where they are and they know they're separated right now.
Yep. This is it's a weird peak. Gamer Films walking straight through here. I mean, you're gonna have B site. Ninja
Nice,
Panda.
able to even it up here.
He's got 2 on the board here.
One enemy
Gamer
remaining.
Films with another shot. This is actually winnable.
Getting them an actual man advantage here. How much util does the Cypher have? Actually has none to try to lock this down.
Yeah, I mean, they just went back B site.
Hey, they can play Teo post plant now. Has both missiles. You can play it slow. You don't need to do anything until they tap it.
Yep. Yeah, and I think he hears now the shot, so he's not gonna.
Missile
Yep,
deployed.
there you
There's
go.
the first one. Money.
So now this guy does know where the Teo is kind of hiding.
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
see
yeah.
where that missile's going from. You can see the Teo repositioning.
Now you throw. There we go.
And there it is.
There we go.
They made you
That's the
That's-
start.
That's a start.
That's the start.
Absolutely.
Now, if you win this one, you can at least almost guarantee yourself a third round, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's
We can do that same econ trick right back.
Yep. That's the thing. We've seen them kind of fall to it. Now it is our turn.
Yeah.
The KDs are not looking clean, but
We've
that's
just
how
got to
it
try
goes.
to take advantage of this, right? A lot of things that I see is people will win the first round and they will try to save their money. Like, no, you won the first round. You know they're not going to have good guns. Sometimes you just got to take advantage of it.
Yep. I mean, we'll see. We do have the Bulldog peeking down log here. I think is a great situation, but Jelly is probably going to dash out the moment they hear something here to try and
Launching
Well,
smoke.
I mean, they're
Try and
going
get
to
some
dash
kind of
out, but they're
util.
sitting in tree.
Oh wait.
They
Oh
can't
my
really
goodness, the
dash
X-ray
out.
is trolling me. Oh, but they just walk straight into it as well anyways. And Okasa's picking up 2. Phoenix at least gonna be able to get 1. Trapwire is going to be triggered in the back line, so Gamer Films can actually trade his vision here. Try and look back. Phoenix does have regen shield, which is nice, but can't obviously get that health back here.
Yeah.
When I Willie gonna be able to go 1 for 1. It's gonna be a 3v2, but
Last player
instantly the
standing.
trade around and that
And there's some momentum shift right back.
Yep. And now they get the bonus round. It's so funny. You Lost the first round, but you're still gonna get the bonus here because you were able to pick up all the weapons off that. I think only 2 people are gonna have to purchase off this, or 2 people. Like, yeah, you're gonna see a Vandal and a Phantom coming out of One Eye and Jelly.
Yeah, and you're gonna see such, in comparison, such weaker guns on the side of Valpo. This has been such a consistent thing of Valpo just being stuck on a weaker buy over and over.
Yep. You're sitting in a rough spot, so we'll see the dash in as well from Neon, almost catching Jelly off guard.
Does at least get the trade.
Yeah, you tried out 1 on defense. Phoenix being able to kill the on the
up a man now
as well. Alright, you just gotta make a decision. I think the longer that they sit
think
here,
you need to go fast here. You've gotten 2 picks on this side of the map. You know, on Lotus, they generally want to. The defenders are spread out thin. You gotta make a play before they get a chance to rotate over.
You just cannot give them a chance to flank you. Like, you gotta be able to move in here, especially when the door is not closed. Because you're seeing here now they're 3
look, they've had time to rotate now. Now they have all 3 men on site.
Yep, and Bandwagon's gonna be able to pick off 1, and they're just in the spot that they want to because Mix gets the peek out.
Does get 1, but
look for the
he's
second
blinded.
one as well.
They waited too long. Waited too long, got too indecisive, too stressed, not sure what to do. You needed to just make a play. Get in there. You know you've taken 2, and you know the Cypher's on site. That's effectively knowledge of where 3 of them are. Where are the other 2 going to be? On Lotus, you're generally spread out. They're probably on A. Look at the heroes, or look at the agents. It's not a Neon. They can't rotate all that quickly. You need to go before they get a chance to rotate. Make them retake as opposed to being able to help just reinforce.
Yeah, but I mean, it's go time now. You are at series point of the championship here, and you have to string 10 rounds in a row. Right?
That's the start.
That is a good start. I mean,
and hey, these 2 picks are exactly where you want to start it.
That is good. I mean, you're down to, or excuse me, you're up 2 now, and you're on site. This is the change that we had. You got the picks. You instantly rush the site.
This is the changeup that we said that we wanted last round. We wanted fast execution. Couldn't decide. It got indecisive on the picks.
Yeah. You just had to finish one of them there. That's rough because now it's going to be a 3v3 and Plant is just going down. So back to kind of an even spot. You at least have a lot more util, but the
now at a man
Odin,
disadvantage.
Yeah, the Odin's just going to grab it through. You do have Cypher.
And in comes the Cypher ult. For Nazarene, they know where they are. Yep, getting the wall bang.
Moto left, and that is going to be it here. The defuse is going to win them the championship. That is GG's. Southern Nazarene playing extremely well. I know that, like, obviously we didn't pop off and celebrate as much for them, but they definitely put out an amazing series.
Absolutely, right.
Gave us something fun to watch.
Like, you're not gonna get to finals without having a good show at the end. So I mean, we did at least take a round. It wasn't a clean sweep, so Valpo able to show their muscle a little bit. So I mean, what a change throughout the season, right? Such a tonal shift for Valpo. Had a rough start, but being able to turn it all the way around to getting 2nd in the entire championship is one heck of a turnaround for sure. So even though you didn't quite get it, you at least made them fight for it, and that is something you can walk away with your head held high.
Yeah, very much a 0 to hero run for this season, and even though, you know, obviously you fall in this, I couldn't be prouder of this team. It was so much fun watching them play. It was so much fun seeing the styles that they developed over the season, and I wouldn't take back any of the cast. Like, quite frankly, it was very fun to watch this team succeed. And even though they fell at the very end, I feel like they showed so much here that there is nothing to be ashamed of in this series. But I think, quite frankly, that's going to be it from us in the booth here today. Any final words? Any final words? Excuse me.
Yeah, it's been a great year and a great season for Valpo Esports, and just as a whole, we went to NBC LAN yesterday. We had Valo NECC championships here, so the seasons are wrapping up. But Valpo had one heck of a showing throughout the entire year, and Valo rounding it off with might be a loss, but still I would say a positive note, because the fact that they got here and put up such a fight, that's something to be proud of.
Yeah, it's definitely it's one that's gonna sting in the recent time, but as they go on, as they give more time to kind of look back on the season, I feel like they have a lot to be proud of.
Absolutely.
That's gonna be it from us here at the booth today. Thank you guys for all the likes, comments, follows, and subscribes. Thank you for all the support, not only in this game but also through the whole season with this Valorant team. It's always been fun, you know, sticking with you guys and being able to watch it together. But I was your host, Item. I'm here with my co-host
CQ9, and thank you guys for watching.